We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. You know, we're going to talk about it. We're not going to hide and so forth. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go intense and we're going to go right deep into talking about the very contentious red card that was given that pretty much changed the entirety of the game. But we're also going to pop some bottles for Chelsea, make it through to the next round of the UCL, because I know everybody here was hoping for the best for Chelsea. So I thank you for your supports and so forth. Is very, very much well obliged. We're also going to look at Mbappe. Massive breaking news. So we're going to just do in conjunction in PSG for some reason drawing twice with Benfica. Give a shout a little bit to Benfica, and also we have to dive into the whole Mbappe bombshell that was dropped of this guy deciding that he wants to leave in January after signing a 2-year contract. We'll try and discuss that. Then we're going to talk about Juventus and Allegri. That's it. Like all I need to say is that we're going to have a very serious Allegri Juventus discussion, because yes, Haifa, based in Maccabi, said what's up to these dudes. They went down 2-0. And then we're going to talk about Real Madrid. Rudiger scoring the equaliser. And I'm not sure that I even want to entertain the discussion, because I don't even want to put them in the discussion, because I think putting them in the discussion would be very rude. But should we really be looking at Real Madrid as contenders to this title and them potentially defending their title, because they're still unbeaten and for some reason they refuse to lose? We're going to have a real Real Madrid discussion afterwards. So again, shout out to my crew up in here. Your boy Paul is back in the game. Your boy Ricardo doing his thing, and back by popular demand, your boy Eric, the #1 correspondent for all things Chelsea. They said that if you want to know anything about Chelsea, this is the man to look at right here. He is the full stop and the be all and end all of anything Chelsea, man. So guys, look, man, without further ado, let's get into it, man. So let me give my take, because before we even talk about Chelsea, so let's just give my take on the whole thing. If I was a referee, I wouldn't give that as a penalty. But if it was given as a penalty, it makes sense. You put your they tell the defender, even if you don't mean to do anything, it's minimal contact, you put your hands on anybody in the penalty box, you're asking for trouble. And I've seen instances where the guy puts his hand on someone, because what you do is that if you're a striker or a player and you feel anything upon you, you sell it. They sell this to every player at a high level. This isn't tiddlywinks or nursery rhymes. This is high level football. You get told that if you feel any contact, you sell that. You sell that like a merchant from Paris. You sell that baby. So for me, penalty makes sense. Red card, no. For me, at most, that was a yellow. So I do not understand how the referee can look at that, where I've seen more physical fouls giving yellow cards. He can look at that and give that as a straight red. Now, some people have said, oh, he stopped a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Yeah, but I've seen instances of that where it's still been given as a yellow. But even if you say that, you can see what Tomori does. He puts his hands on him, realizes that, oh, damn, puts his hands away, and then mounts a few seconds, then sells it. So my thing is that a yellow, it is what it is. Even if it's a soft penalty, it is what it is. But because a red card changes the whole game. It changes the entirety of the game. So for that to be given a red, I thought it was harsh. Eric, where are you with the whole penalty decision, man? Talk to me. Be objective. Be real.
Yeah, so I thought it was harsh as well. I think that's fair to say. It was a difficult situation for Tomori, but I need to just quickly speak about Tomori. It's unfortunate. I like him a lot, but it looks like Chelsea might have made the right decision.
So that's where you're going.
With regards to and maybe it's just a thing with his parents' club. You know, whenever he comes up against Chelsea, he can't perform. But those are two very poor games. You can even argue he cost Milan with that mistake, because even before Mount, he got the wrong side of him. You can easily say, why did he allow himself to be in that position?
No. But you know what? I think again we have to give more credit to Reece James. I think that pass from Reece James is what messed everything up, because that's a hard pass to make, but it was such a good pass. And he made it so accurate and was so perfectly weighted, it's messed up to Tomori. So he had to do something.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good pass from Reece James, really good pass, and it's also a really bad positioning. I mean, I don't know why Tomori is out of position when the pass is made. So it's not like it's easy to just say that, okay, there's little Tomori could have done, or maybe it was just one of those situations. But for me,
but I think more credit should be given to the pass, because I don't think his positioning was awful. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. It was just like a standard position. So that's why we have to give more credit for Reece James having to try to bend that ball, because it was a pretty hard ball to try to bend to weight it to the position where, oh, damn, that is almost a perfect pass where it's messed up Tomori now.
Yeah, but going to the actual penalty itself, like if you hold somebody back in the box, you're asking for trouble. It just is what it is. So I can't really it's harsh. I wouldn't have given it myself, but when you hold someone back in the box, you can't.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble. You put your hands on anyone, you're asking for trouble. Ricardo, where you at with this, man? With that penalty to call, man.
To be honest,
and we are gonna speak about Chelsea's performance, Ricardo. Don't you worry, man. You are gonna give praise.
I'm only here to talk about the penalty, because after that penalty was given, I'm like, all right, Chelsea won. There's no point in watching this. I did see the Aubameyang goal. Good goal.
Yes.
Go build up to the goal. But it's really the penalty, right? That's the main talking point, because that kind of just killed any chance Milan had in the rest of the game. Personally, I didn't think it was a penalty. I guess it's whatever kind of football you like watching, but I wouldn't even say he was holding him back. There was a lot of like hand play. Okay, that always happens though, and it's just like when I watch it, it wasn't, in terms of the hand play, it wasn't like it was really detrimental to the attempt that Mount was gonna give, because to be fair, Mount still got the shot off. And let's be honest, had he scored, are we gonna say that VAR is gonna overrule the goal and bring it back and give the penalty when the goal was scored?
No.
That's not going to happen. If we know that's not going to happen, then the penalty should have not been given, because now you're playing double jeopardy, and you actually cannot play double jeopardy in FIFA. Like that's literally against the rules. You can't do that. So that to me is why I wouldn't see it as a penalty to be even given to begin with, but it was given. But a red card for that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy, man.
I don't know, man. Yellow card, I can completely understand. At the end of the day, you are denying. I guess if the penalty is giving, is because you're admitting that there was a goal scoring opportunity that was denied. Yeah, that was a yellow card at best. A red card, I don't even like. I don't understand. Like VAR this year, it looks like every year VAR just gets worse and worse.
No, but Ricardo, but here's the thing though. We have to be clear. We can't blame it on VAR. It's the referees. It's just the machine. It's
Well,
there
no,
to be
the,
used.
no.
So
When I say VAR, I'm not just saying the replay, the use of replay. It's everything in combination that what constitutes VAR, and obviously the referee's decision is part of VAR. I've always said VAR should only be in the sport if it's going to be applied perfectly and it's going to be accurate, so there's no discussion, or have them explain their decision real time. But the fact that they don't, then to me, you might as well just not have VAR, because at least you can justify the stupidity because there is no VAR. But when there is VAR, it actually looks a lot worse that certain decisions are being made. So personally, I didn't think it was a penalty at all to begin with. So, more or less the red card. But that's really all I have to take on that.
Wait, so I'll come back to you, Eric. So Paul, where you at with the whole thing? So you saw the whole thing. I mean, because I think the key thing is that it's weird though, because again, I said it, he wasn't holding him back. At no point was he pulling or holding him back. But again, you put your hands on anybody inside the box, you're asking for trouble. But I just think the key thing is where I think most people, where I'm hoping everyone should all be on the same page is a red card is harsh. Now, pen, no pen, yellow, boom. But a red card, I think that's just crazy.
If I was, I think the same as in, if I was the referee, obviously, that I think there is a problem. I think there is a rule. I don't know. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure it's the same in every league and in the same in UEFA regulations. But I think there is a rule that any foul given just in that situation of in front of the goal, in front of the goal, just a one-on-one on the keeper. I don't know if the keeper has to be in front of now or it's just empty goal. But I think there is a rule that if it's a foul, it's red. I think there is something like that, and so if there isn't, and I'm just on drugs, then still no. Then I mean, red is it's crazy.
Oh no, I think Missy. People's arguments is clear goal scoring opportunity. So if you're 1v1 with the keeper, that may constitute as a clear goal scoring opportunity. So if you're putting any foul where you're denying a clear goal scoring opportunity, the argument is, it's a red. Now, I don't know whether that, because for me, my thing though is, again, I have to check whether that is actually a concrete rule. But continue.
Yeah, no, it's just that actually one person here said it, like the last defender rule. And so the thing is, if you're gonna, I think that actually Mount, obviously everyone, is gonna try to force the penalty.
Oh, for sure.
That's football. Now, but I do think that Mount gets at the beginning a little bit. He loses his balance because of the struggle with the Milan defender, and then it's like these fouls, like you lose balance, you keep going 2 steps, and then you and then you go to the ground. So I think there is something about it, and if you count that it's a 1v1, it's just next to the goal. I could understand. Again, not in harshness, because it's like there are fouls from much worse that are not even card.
That's the thing, yeah.
But I think it has to be about some rule that dictates that has to be a red. The same with hands when you score a goal. If you score a goal and in any way, shape, or form it just barely touches the hand, doesn't matter what happens, it's not a goal. At least that's what happened.
So if you were a referee, would you give that as a foul? So would you give it as a foul, or would you give a red or a yellow?
I could give a penalty. I would not give a red, maybe a yellow. I don't know. It's just.
So look, Eric. So beyond that and so forth, Chelsea. See again, Eric. How should we even critique this performance? Because how much kudos should we give Chelsea for playing against 10 men? Because that red card, it changed the whole game. Now, you could only play who you're playing and so forth. And you should always give credit. And Chelsea did play well, but there is a 10-man tax on the performance. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. A dub is a dub. And
you can look at it from that perspective. It's a 10-man tax because of the, someone gets sent up. But, if you're looking at whether they made the right decision according to the laws, then you can easily say yes, they were right based on the laws that they set. Whether the laws that they set are right or wrong, that's a different conversation. You can easily say the laws are not, they're stupid.
Yeah.
But I think they were actually correct with that red card. So based on that, you still have to see out the game. You still have to play well. I remember when we played against Ajax. It was in the 1920 season.
Yeah.
And they went a man down. And they still kept creating chances. They were still so good, shots on goal. So just because you go a man down doesn't mean that the game is over.
And also you have to be able to still manage it to play against him. And you still have to use the extra man,
Yeah, you do. So it's just unfortunate with the whole thing with Milan. I don't think we would have lost the game either way. Whether someone got sent off or not.
I would have loved to see the game 11v11. Because for me, I don't know. Because I really feel that the way that game was going, it could have probably been like a draw or something. But I'd have loved to see that game 11v11 because people say, oh, Chelsea would have still won. You have no freaking idea. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. You have to just take. You take the win and you run.
I wouldn't say we would have still won. But what I would say is, so obviously when someone gets sent off, it changes the game completely, so you can't really judge the same way. But I thought Milan would score at least once, and I thought they would play better than they did, even before Tomori got sent off. So those are things to look at and say, you know what, Milan might be in danger of going to the Europa League because they're not there in the group. But so I think it's difficult to fully analyze how well we played, but I think just based on the results, based on the performance, it's just we're on a good run.
But Eric, but what we can say though, Eric, I told you about Quidditch ball, man. I told you about Potter, but Eric, you didn't. I told you about Quidditch ball.
Hold on. No. When Potter was at Brighton and I was calling him Chuck, I told you about him. I told you.
Okay, no, but how good is Quidditch ball, man? I mean, should we still relax and chill, or because Eric, the streets are saying that Chelsea might be back. The streets are saying that Chelsea have brought sexy back, man. What do you say about Quidditch ball?
It's difficult. What does being back mean? You have to ask that. So I don't know if we're back.
We're playing that ball, man. We're playing that ball that keeps guys. And also, Eric, look at how things have changed. Remember how we used to be jealous of Ricardo's team, Barcelona, because they took a lot of players and so forth. Now they're in danger of going into Europa, and now we're looking ahead into the UCL. It's funny how things change, Eric.
Speak for yourself, because I was never jealous. It was all hype in the transfer window. Some people were getting carried away, like HH. It is what it is. Like, I'm not looking at Barca. Hopefully they sort themselves out, but I mean they're used to Europa at this point. They've been there before. Hopefully they don't go back. But a team that can actually go and win the competition, like Chelsea. Obviously we've already done that. So
no, Eric, but let's just be. So we are through.
Yeah.
So
we're through.
So Chelsea are through. We're through. Yeah, through. So Ricardo, how are you liking Quidditch ball, man? Potter ball, man. How you liking it?
For the short 20 minutes that I watched it. Was it even 20 minutes?
Freaking hater, man.
No, I wasn't hating. I was just looking for a good competitive match until that got taken away. But yeah, man, I told you, man, I'm a big fan of Potter, so we move.
No. It's
my favorite
Potter.
Team in London.
No. Ricardo, it's Potter. It's Potter. It's Potter.
Semis minimum. We're going back to back.
No, Ricardo, but honestly, but are you liking it though? Are you enjoying the ball, man?
I want to see.
We told you, HH, but you were hating.
I want to see the first English manager to ever win the Premier League, and what better than the man himself, Graham Potter, as the first one. All right? I'm ready, HH. I don't know about you.
So wait, so Paul, I mean, from the outset in, are you impressed with what this new manager is doing and so? Because again, most managers, I can't name you any quality English manager. The only quality English manager I can name is probably Bobby Robson, who coached Barcelona. So England don't normally produce managers, but it looks like if Potter, he might be the truth. So what are you saying about Quidditch ball, man?
I think this is you can't take anything for granted yet. I think it may be happening as what happened with Xavi in Barca, that they had a great start when he joined, and now they're struggling. With all teams go through that, but yeah, we'll see. I think there's still games. I will say that I think it's a good choice of a manager for Chelsea because it's a manager that knows how to get value from from young players. He's a very good, let's say, manager in the sense of having a good squad, having a more talking with players. They understand
which
better the role.
that bomb Tuchel didn't do. But Eric was keeping for him. I know.
Respect him.
He's a Champions League winner.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so Paul is speaking. So Paul is saying, but Eric would love Tuchel. So Paul, you were saying.
Yes, fine. No, it's just, Tuchel for me. I think keeping him and giving more time wouldn't have been so bad. He actually gave you a UCL. He almost gave a UCL to PSG. Man, the man has things.
Oh no! Again, I think Tuchel. I respect what he did, but Paul, his time ran out, and I think that sometimes you have to know when hey, my time has run out, and we thank you for your services, but your services are no longer needed right now because Chelsea, we speak Fluence Trophy. We have to always speak Fluence Trophy.
You know what happens? I see that Chelsea sack managers sometimes too quick, man. Like.
Paul, no. This is a new age because it's the
one,
age of Tad. It's the age of Tad.
Okay, you have to give the managers time. Okay, the coaches time. Same with United and Ten Hag. They have to give him time because
that was just like it's a slip of this. Continue, Paul. I'm very sorry, Paul.
These are kind of managers that need time and to develop their games. That they'll have mid results, whatever, and then there will be this kind of club age when they will go like explosion. Now that doesn't mean they will win, but they will have great chances.
But Paul, as I said again, Paul, I was suffering. I was in rehab under that horrible football that Tuchel was playing, and at least the football is a lot better. That's what I'm saying. But Eric, while Yase get his Yase, how do you come on and we can't even see you? Yase, fix your camera. Eric, how excited should I be about the future of Chelsea football under Potter? Or Eric, should I be relaxed? So Eric, should I start making songs? Eric, should I start wearing more shinier suits? So Eric, should I really, really go full out? Or should I basically, Eric, this is all down to you. Eric, should I start making songs or should I be a lot more quiet? Eric, and whatever you say, I will do, Eric. Whatever you say, I will do. I will listen.
Yeah, I think it's time for the what was it called? I think it was called the Shameless Chelsea Fan. I think it's time for him to make his return. The future is bright, HH. This is just a start.
Ooh! Ricardo, did you hear that? This is just a start. This is just a start. Ricardo, are you scared?
Paul is taking
Ricardo, are you scared? Cardo, are you scared? Cardo is saying, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Escucha. Eric, continue. Speak.
Yeah, look, for me, I've rated this guy for a while. I'm sure there was a time when people didn't even know who Potter was.
I know.
He was doing some good stuff with Brighton. And
I kept telling guys. I always believed in him.
Yeah, sure you did.
Yeah.
So I was saying, this dude called Potter, man, he's a top manager. He's really, really good.
Wait, is he unbeaten at the moment, Eric? Is he unbeaten?
He's unbeaten.
And he's only considered one goal? It's only considered one goal?
One goal, yeah. We should have won the first game. We should have. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, how many goals now is it?
Eric's a lot of goals. Yeah.
9 goals.
Like that game, maybe 9.
Yeah, look, it's good. We can't get carried away.
But I think they said that Chelsea can't win in San Siro. That's Chelsea. They shouldn't think of winning in San Siro. But
yeah, look, for people who don't know, Chelsea actually don't have a very good record away from home to Italian clubs in the Champions League. So very impressive, very good performance, and winning away in Italy, not easy for Chelsea.
Not easy. And
the champions as well. So look,
Eric, I don't want to say anything, but Eric, all I'm saying is that Vator, can you just talk before I say something that may incriminate myself? Vator, just go for it. Eric, so no, because I was about to say three words, but if I say those 3 words,
say it.
Okay, I'll say the first word, bring, and that's what I'm going to say. So, Vator, was it a penalty or not? And Vator, are you worried about Potter ball? They call it PB. Basically, they're like 2 names. It's either Potter ball PB or ditch or quid. Quid pro quo.
Like
Quid to go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, Quidditch.
I'll talk about the penalty.
Gryffindor, like the broomsticks.
I'll talk about the penalty. Thought it was harsh. Thought it was harsh.
Yeah.
I didn't. I can see, obviously, if it's for your club, you're going like, it is what it is. You accept it for what it is. But I did think that it was harsh. I've had this theory for a while with regards to VAR and refereeing and how things need to clean up a little bit. So Vader VAR would evolve to being the camera being put on every referee. They would have to wear lenses. They would have to wear glasses. And the only camera that would judge VAR would be based off of the vantage point from what the referee sees. We've all played the game.
This sounds like Minority Report stroke Blade Runner, but continue.
Yo, you know your films.
Yes.
So the assistant refs, the linesmen, they would all have glasses. They would all have a camera. And the VAR would come from what they're able to see. Not an eye in the sky, not a 45-degree angle from somewhere where the ref isn't. What the ref's able to see on the pitch is what he judges. And I think that's the fairest thing. We should be playing the game based off of human decisions, not based off of camera angles that are placed within the stadium. It is what it is. You guys have been fortunate since receiving this new manager, new coach. I think you guys all, I'm seeing Eric. I haven't seen Eric since. So things are good. Things are positive. I'm happy for you guys. I think it is early.
Victor, thank you, man.
I
I suffered. Victor, you saw how much I'm suffering undertook because
you weren't hiding. You weren't hiding. You were here. I remember.
I have to be here and so forth, and so forth. Because if I didn't have to be here, I'd be hiding under my covers, watching The Matrix on Office Space on repeat, and The Big Lebowski. But it is what it is. I have to be here, do my thing. Yes, here. Are you jealous?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chelsea always gets away with it. You guys always do. It's annoying, bro.
No. Yes, the question was, are you jealous of Potter Ball?
is you didn't even believe in Potter Ball. I was the one who told you he's a good
No. Yes, here. You have to pronounce it right. It's called Potter Ball. Okay, it's Potter Ball. Okay, that's
it's
just Potter Ball.
You don't listen. Let me just say this.
Why does he say it like that?
Ricardo, don't be a face like that. No. Hold on. Yes, here. I'm telling you how to pronounce it. It's very simple. Now, I'll give it. It's Potter Ball. So, what do you think about Potter Ball? Go for it.
Okay. All right. Moving on. You're so shameless. You said you suffered. What Chelsea fans did not suffer. I mean, there's a guy named Ricardo that was crying because his team got destroyed 8-2 by Bayern Munich once upon a time. This Manchester United fans.
Does Ricardo look like a guy that cries about that? Did you think the guy cried? Because the guy was probably mocking Messi, man. Get out of here.
Listen, you did not suffer.
You give the guy way too much credit.
You guys always are lucky. How in the world are you guys in a situation now?
Yes, you make your own luck.
No.
So yes, you have nothing positive to say about Potter Ball.
You had a good team. This just shows you that you guys should have, like all the Chelsea fans that literally came out and started crying because Thomas Tuchel got sacked. Shame on you. Oh, Taboli, how dare he? Blah blah blah. Is he mad? Yada yada. Look at the situation you guys in now. You guys actually look good. You guys look competent. You guys look like you guys. Well, Aubameyang is doing the backflip.
Okay. Eric, I'm sorry. Okay, Eric, I apologize in advance. I'm sorry. How far can Chelsea go in this competition? Can Chelsea, Eric, what if can we make the semis and so forth? I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. What? Okay, I'll shut up. He has to continue.
No, actually, this is the quality of the Champions League is not so good this year. Let me tell you that. I don't think there's any team right now other than maybe the two best teams right now is Real Madrid and Messi.
Can we win it? Do you think we can win it? Or
yes,
you say no?
We can win it. Chelsea can win it.
Maccabi Haifa can win it.
No.
You think, guys, I feel like
anyone can win in a nation.
Yeah, anybody can win. Anybody can basically. Yes. So all I'm saying
No. You can't tell me that the way this tournament has been branded, it's the best of the best. It's great. It requires heritage. You cannot tell me that now anyone can win it.
That's
No,
why-
no. That's what it's
Depends on
no.
probability.
So I
It
said
depends on
that.
maths, you know.
No,
based on math. Okay,
It-
okay,
It's true.
okay.
It's not best, but all I'm saying is that, Eric, don't hate me. All I'm saying is that Potterball seems as if it could say a little something. Now, we know that City, if they don't win, it's Pep has to give back all his UCL medals. I spoke with UEFA and so forth, and they agreed that if City don't win the UCL with this freak of nature from Norway, he has to give back all of his Champions League medals, and that has been confirmed. Jeffrey spoke that to me. So Yassir, Chelsea, how far can this team go? And how impressive
you
are you
are-
with Potter?
I don't
Yassir, don't
see-
hate. Don't hate.
Okay, so Sammy, that means the 4 teams will be left. I feel like you guys are there. You guys are either the 5th best team or the 4th best team in the competition right now. That's just honest truth, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't rate PSG.
Victor,
I
don't do your face
I
like that.
don't
Victor,
rate
don't do your face like that.
Barcelona.
The 5th best team in this tournament?
Yeah, I don't rate Barcelona. I don't rate PSG. I mean, other than Bayern Munich, Manchester City, and Real
Why are
Madrid,
you
I don't see what team that just you can say absolutely they're better than
Napoli.
Chelsea.
Mama say, mama sa, mama
I
kusa.
mean, Napoli
Mama
is
say,
like,
mama sa,
is it
mama
a form
kusa.
thing? I mean, do they have that mentality to go for it? I don't. Napoli is like, I like Napoli, but then there's I'm not trusted them just yet. I like
Yes,
what they're doing,
listen,
but then
there is.
I don't have full trust
Excuse
on
me,
them.
Eric, don't hate me on this. Eric, don't attack me. Eric, don't you see that there's something about this group of
No,
players?
I don't.
But
No,
HH,
I don't.
see,
I don't.
you do the most now, though. I just now you're trying to say now you're trying to make it seem like you could win it.
No.
Like you're the best
Don't
team,
do that.
blah, blah,
I
blah.
said no. I said that. Don't you see? Basically, have you watched Hook? You know Peter Pan's story. You know when they pull out pixie dust. Don't you see a bit of pixie dust just floating around?
No.
And that pixie, wait, Eric, that pixie dust doesn't mean that we're going to win it. It just means that, hey, we can dream.
No.
When you wish upon a star. So
Makes no
Eric,
difference who you
no,
are.
yeah,
Look,
you know the
HH,
lyrics.
I'm not in favor of that. I don't know what you're doing now.
Okay,
but,
so Eric, so you're saying that Chelsea don't have any chance
no.
whatsoever of winning the UCL? Like we're
No,
just a bunch
it's
of
impossible.
losers. We're just here to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
up the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, Potter is overrated. We're a bunch of losers. It's just he's just hype, man. He's just hype.
Oh, you're doing the reverse thing. Okay, all right.
No. Look, Chelsea are not. I mean, City are shoo-in. They have to win in this season, surely.
What?
Right?
No,
City are
but
the favorites.
here's the
They
thing.
should have
though.
won. They should have won the other one.
No. But okay. Yes, yeah. We go Rejay. Yes, yeah.
He might be injured.
No. Yes, yeah. Do you know who we have? Yes, yeah. Guess who we have? Ricardo. Who do we have? Ricardo. Who we have?
We have
Paul.
Mason
Vaso.
Mount, Mason Mount.
Eric. Who do we have? Who do we have? Who do we have?
So that's why you're so confident with going far within the tournament.
Look. Okay. I'll tell. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'll tell you why I'm hype. Last night I watched. Ricardo, let me land. Shish. Okay. The heck? Let's just right. I watched Victor Tour. I know I'm showing a bit of my age. Victor Tour. Hey, Toronto. Jackson 5. Victor Tour 1983. Jackson 5 Victor Tour in Toronto. Amazing. Superb. So when I watched that, it's made me think of Chelsea. Because I was like, when you're together as a group, the group is key. But you see, you need a Jermaine, you need a Marlon, you need a Randy, you need a Tito, but you need an MJ. And who's our MJ? Who's our MJ?
Wasn't he injured?
Oh, well, look. Let's hope it's not a long-term injury. Like, let's show.
Yeah.
He went to
No,
Vini. Let's just hope it's not.
I was just thinking now because like Chelsea are going to finish top of their group. So there's
Wait, hold up. I didn't know. Okay, I watched it on YouTube. I wasn't at the concert in 1983. I said I watched it on freaking YouTube. Okay, relax, chill. Yes, Eric.
yeah. So
Eric. Wait. Can you guys can you look straight at the camera, Eric and Vito, please? Can you just look straight at the
You
camera?
were there,
Thank
huh?
you.
It's okay. You were there.
Yes,
And
you're wasting. Yes, because we have to move. Yes, we have a lot of stuff to go. Because I need to
all
talk
I'm
about
gonna
Mbappe.
No, but I you got to think about it this way. Chelsea cannot play in the next round. They cannot play any English team, so they're definitely going to avoid Man City in the round of 16. That's a guaranteed. And then Liverpool are just trash right now. So look at this situation where, like, if they finish first, there's a good chance that PSG might finish second in their group. So I mean, other than maybe PSG, Inter. I mean, they can what team can you say definitive now that Chelsea will struggle? Chelsea will destroy Inter.
No. Yes, you know what, Eric, I'm sorry.
Like,
Yes, yeah.
you know?
No. Yes, yeah. My lips are sealed. My lips are sealed.
Okay.
Eric, I'm sorry.
Right.
Eric, I ain't say nothing. Eric, you know what? I'm sorry. Eric, I'm sorry. Eric, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pardonnez-moi. Real Madrid 14 UCLs. Mbappe is a clown. 2 months in. Shake my head. You are stuck there. We will talk. This is the next topic. We're going to talk about this next. So we will talk about this next topic.
The prodigy is the clown.
Easy. Rudiger, my centre back. Eric,
That's amazing, man.
Eric, why did your club allow Rudiger to go? Can you explain?
Oh, he's an amazing centre back.
I have no idea.
Paul,
why,
don't you dare kiss that badge in front of me, please.
I don't know.
Eric, why? Eric, why did we allow Rudiger to go? Why did your club? Eric, why did your club allow Rudiger to go? Explain why. Because you know everything Chelsea. You're the inside and out. Eric, explain. I'm here. Eric, chill. I'm waiting. Huh? What?
Your favorite owner Roman gave the green light.
Okay, look. Okay,
People are saying Koulibaly is better.
Okay, let's move. Clayton Cruz. Chelsea CL final minimum hashtag Quidditch ball lives. No, let's relax. Let's not jump the gun. Shout out to your boy Whimsical Thought. Thank you for the dub. If you make a genuine attempt to play the ball in a goal scoring opportunity and foul the attacker, then a penalty is awarded, but you don't get sent off. Thank you. Whimsical Thought with the truth bomb. I said again, penalty, boom. But the fact that it was a straight red, way too harsh. Too harsh.
But wait, like the Milan defender wasn't really trying to play the ball, right?
He wasn't trying to play the ball.
I mean, he was just trying to,
But that was not a foul. But
it wasn't. It's for me. It wasn't for me.
Stupid.
Here's my thing. I wouldn't even really give it as a foul. Yes, you put your hand on homeboy. There was no tug of the shirt. He put his hands, and you could see he put his hands away because you knew that. Okay, look, let's just go with it because if I do any more, it'll be too much. And for me, you're gonna give that just okay, boom, a red.
It's those kind of stupid fouls. Like,
I know it's such okay. Let's move. So Zoteng TV, how bad is Southgate really? We wonder why England and Chelsea don't play tomorrow. It's because he's a spaghetti league. Jesus, fraud. The fridge lives for England. Now, you were free to criticize Tomori and everything, but I think to now go and say that the fridge is better, let's relax. But yes, Tomori, he had disaster classes in both games, unfortunately. Miguel Rabines, I am very excited about the future of the legitimate UCL champs. They're getting a new technical director. Apparently, we may wait in the summer for Michael Edwards for sporting director, and we are linked to Leao and Bellingham. Eric, how excited are you about this job? Eric, talk to me about this job. How excited are you? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm excited about the DOF. I'm excited about Bellingham. Not sure about Leao.
Jude, and not Judas. Jude.
I don't rate him.
Yeah,
Saint Jude. The apostle.
You don't rate who? You don't rate
Rafael Leao.
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 I don't rate him.
Yeah, 7.
So no. See, now here's the thing though. Like Real Madrid are linked with Jude Bellingham and so forth. But man, if we can get Jude, and we are contracted to say, I know it's Madrid, but hey, London, West London, Fulham, Hammersmith. Hey,
You have a chance.
Hey.
I'll tell you the chance you have.
What's the chance?
The chance is that Florentino Perez is too obsessed with Mbappe and tries something funny with him. And then Bellingham stops being the main objective for 2023 because for now it is. If it is the main objective for Real Madrid, forget it.
Hold on thoughts. Wait. Easy. Hold on thought because it's too juicy because we have to get to the Mbappe. So hold it because there's a lot of juicy Mbappe stuff. Hold it. Wing, my love for Leao is getting to Pulisic and Mbappe level. Wing, relax and chill. Leao is good, but Lord Mill. Thank you for the dub, Lord Mill. Why isn't VAR used like in the NFL, where the referee has to explain the reason why he came to the decision before awarding the call in the field. We had a discussion about this. They do it in rugby, they do it in the NFL, they do it in the NBA, where the referee is mic'd up and it comes to a decision. Because the same thing that Javi said, Javi was like, bro, ref, just tell me why you made that decision. Like, it was something in that game where, okay, it's a handball with Ansu Fati, but not a handball for Dumfries, when it's the exact same thing. So what was said to you, and how did you come to that decision? Because these referees, you have to come to that decision. So for that referee in this game, what was your reasoning to give Tomori a straight red? You can't just be like, straight, and we don't hear from homeboy. Come on, man. I mean, more transparency.
Do you want to hear something crazy, HH?
What?
Just going back on Jude Bellingham, I rate him so highly that I think for me, he reminds me of Steven Gerrard. I think he's such a special player.
He can be much better.
I didn't really rate Gerrard that highly. So
Gerrard. I mean, you got to respect Gerrard. He had one of the most amazing Champions League game anyone has ever had.
Did he slip against Chelsea? Did he slip on the banana peel against Chelsea?
I mean, I don't.
So shout out to your boy Sharon Chablani. Mason carrying these bombs again. A top 5 midfielder. Oh. Eric, should I show Mr. Man some more?
Yes, you should.
You should. I keep saying this because the only reason why you hate on this guy is because
You're a hater.
he has been named and doffed the face of the club. That's the only reason why you have a problem with him. Because I mean, there's no other logic to what you do in terms of your disrespect for Mount. It doesn't make any.
It's not disrespect.
I don't get it.
Ricardo, do you rate Mason Mount?
I do. That's why he's getting a contract extension at my club. So,
Your club? What are you on about?
I'm gonna jump ship after this week. I think I'm gonna stick with the London Blues.
Can I ask you something to Eric? Do you put him in top 5 midfielders
Of all time?
No.
Eric, answer the question.
It's difficult. I mean, the midfielders nowadays aren't great, man. I'm struggling to think about the best.
Eric, do you put him in top 5? Yes or no?
I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to think of the top
he's
5.
actually trying to think.
Is he better than Verratti? That's all I want to know.
De Bruyne, Pedri. No, maybe it's not. Maybe fifth on form.
No, man.
So he's better than Marco Verratti. Yeah.
Let's move.
He's not top 10.
Ice Freezy. Vinicius Jr. looking Somalian Isaac nowadays. All right, I'm not really too sure about that. Ricardo, don't you dare. Ricardo, don't you dare. Namdi Nwajide, thank you for the dub. HH grabbing at straws, man. Your players are terrible, even with the best coach. Namdi, we've only conceded 1G. Namdi, we've only conceded 1G.
HH, you gotta give
Don't
his credit,
be
man.
jealous. Don't be jealous.
No, HH, you gotta give
Don't
J5
be
his credit,
treacherous.
though. Eric, you gotta
boys
hold this
in
guy
blue.
accountable. You have to.
The boys
the
in
abuse he
blue.
has given to Mason Mount.
Okay, guys, it gets real.
Shameless.
Is this guy having a laugh? You see, I can't even talk about the whole PSG game because I have to talk about this. Is he having a laugh?
I just reset it.
No. Yes, yeah. My thing is, but you know what the funny thing is? Oh, shocking, crazy. Do you know what the sick thing is? I'm not shocked. The sick thing is that I'm actually not shocked. That's what's the most disgusting thing is that I'm not shocked because I'm like, oh yeah, I knew this would happen. Because I already knew that it was a bad decision you rejecting Real Madrid and staying from PSG because you offered 2 solar systems and 3 planets. So this doesn't surprise me. But I kept trying to tell people that PSG are not a football club. They're a brand. And they are just here for business and for marketing. And I try to explain to you guys that this whole M&M thing and so forth, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So that is why all eyes really are on Man City. Because because you take PSG out of it. Mbappe, who the hell are you going to go to in January? Because I'll kick it to Paulson because this is where it gets interesting because I don't know where Perez is at. That's why I wanted you to hold the whole Mbappe thing. Mm-hmm. Was Perez so burnt and felt so betrayed by that rejection? He was like, Mbappe, no, we're cool. Because here's the funny thing. Look at how Real Madrid are playing. Look at how well Vini has flourished, Rodrygo has flourished. So did they really need Mbappe? And now with Mbappe right now, look at the mess that PSG did. You can't beat Benfica at the crib. With all due respect to Benfica, these guys, they're a quality team and they're doing Portugal proud. But look at the talents that freaking PSG have. So again, I say it right now, and people don't really understand me. PSG's best and only chance of winning the UCL was that 2020 final against Bayern. They didn't win it then. Book it. They are never winning the Champions League. It's never happened. You can bring all your Messis, your Neymars, your Mbappes, and so forth. They're never winning it. So again, like if you're a PSG fan and so forth, and you're dreaming of this whole Eminem dream to happen, it was never going to happen. And I could even see from the body language of these guys that, were they really happy? Are they really in harmony? Because my thing that does matter to a degree is, are all guys on the same page? It's always felt as if Mbappe is on one page, Neymar thing on the other. And guys, think about it. You know how Neymar came to PSG as a star. You don't pay 222 million, a world record that still stands, and not the star. So how do you pay 222 million, a world record for the next big Brazilian superstar? But then the younger guy, you offer him a crazy contract, which obviously means he's now the star. Obviously, there's going to be a freaking rift, which is what is freaking happening. So PSG, they created this monster. And I said it, guys. I said it that Mbappe staying at PSG, this would be the biggest mistake that he's made, and it would be his biggest regret. So, but before I even give it to Paul, though, as much as I say, Mbappe, you made your bed, you lie in it, we warned you, we told you, you don't reject Real Madrid, PSG are not a proper club, and now you now see where you are because they were never going to give you all of your demands. He's young. And when you're young, it is vital that you have great people around you. Because it's very easy for us to say that, oh my gosh, or blah, blah, he should have done something and everything. I'm sorry. 23 is young. And if you're 23 and the president of your country is calling you, wanting you to stay, and you're being offered the greatest pay packets of any footballer, it's very hard for a 23-year-old to say no unless he's got older people that can help, that he trusts, that can actually advise him. So my thing is that, is it really on Mbappe, a young kid, with the pressure of a president calling you, or is it on his circle who will say, bro, I know what they're offering, I know everything. For you, because we're here for you, you need to take the move. With all due respect, President Macron, with all due respect, I'm sorry, you need to make the freaking move. Because I tell you right now, like, book it. Guys, I will come up on here and I will be dressed as a fisherman if PSG win that UCL. Because there is no chance. Because I've seen this. I know what this is. The team can't work. And if these guys come up against a Bayern or a Man City, then they're not beating them. Winning a UCL ain't just about the talent you have. It's team. It's psychology. It's mentality. Real Madrid won it last year because of their mentality. Of course, their talent is there. If you don't have this mentality and character, you ain't winning this competition. This competition, you need this times 1,000. You know, like what's it called? Like freaking Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, over 9,000. You need to go Super Saiyan with your mentality when it comes to this stuff, man. Paul, talk to me. What is your take on this whole Mbappe thing, man?
There's so many things here that collide. First of all, I understand what you're saying right now. Yeah, the president called, whatever. I can accept. Look, I can understand that he rejected Real Madrid. Now, what Real Madrid fans can't understand, and we should never understand, is why did he laugh at the chance of, puta Real Madrid? Why was he smiling in that, when he was doing? Why did he? Because there's another thing. Real Madrid didn't know nothing until the video from PSG. How that can happen? How can that happen, man? So, well, okay. He rejected Real Madrid. It's okay. Now, these things he did were very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. That's a fact. So, two things are separate. Now, you have to think about something. You have to think. I don't know if you thought it, man.
Sorry, Paul. What was disrespectful?
the laughs when PSG fans were, chanting
Singing Puta Madrid.
Puta Real
Okay.
Madrid and those kind of things. Not telling Real Madrid, like Real Madrid knew of the renewal with the video that PSG released. They didn't know beforehand.
Okay.
So, okay, having said that, there is something here that is vital, man. Because Mbappe wants to leave. Neymar won't play football and, after this World Cup. Like, he will be just having his paycheck.
Yes.
Messi will go to Barcelona.
Huh?
Messi wants to leave to Barca. This is information that has been happening through all these months.
So he wants to go to Barca next summer.
No, Leo is ready to go as soon as possible to Barcelona, and he and Laporta, which were actually, distanced because of the whole thing, are actually closer now. Laporta wants, and let me tell you why it's going to happen. Barca doesn't have enough resources to go for the renewal of the stadium, so Laporta needs something big to make up for that. What is that? Messi. And with signing Messi, you can say, we couldn't get the stadium done, but we brought Messi. And now you have the one of the most important player in your club, along with Cruyff. And then, as I said, and PSG have their 3 attackers, which are the 3 stars, will disappear in the next year like this. Because Mbappe doesn't want to be there. And when a player doesn't want to be in a team, he won't appear. Like, he will play.
But why did he sign, though? Why did we just...
Because he signed because of the people around him, and because he wanted money. That's it. That's the people around him.
It makes sense why he signed. But for me, like, I've never asked the question of like, man, how the hell could you sign? When you know of the stuff again, it makes sense. Hence why my stress was his circle,
and the
circle around him.
But just fucking think about this, man. If a PSG fan is listening to this, cry. It's your moment to cry. Mbappe, if things continue like this, which looks like they will, and if he doesn't leave for Liverpool, whatever, in the summer, which is the most probable club, because PSG don't want to sell him to Real Madrid. Like, it's that no chance. And so, like, whatever Mbappe does right now, if he stays, he's not going to play well, because mentally he's not going to be in the team. If he leaves, he's out. Neymar is playing well.
But what is so funny, though, because I'm not bringing Ricardo on, because I want everyone just to have the quick take on this. But what is so funny, though, is it's just so funny what Paul is saying, is that how funny would that be that that's how this whole thing broke up? So Mbappe decides to leave because you forced him to stay and you couldn't give him all of his demands. Neymar, you've now sort of upset him by making Mbappe the star instead of acquiescing to him. And for Messi, it was just about, I was pretty much forced into this move. But now that everything's fine at Barca, I actually never really wanted to leave Barca to begin with. It would be so funny if, it will be hilarious if in a year's time, they lose all the 3 guys. Actually, let me come to Ricardo. I want everyone to have their piece. So, Ricardo, your thoughts on the whole Mbappe hoopla?
I want to ask you a question first. What age do you consider a kid?
It's all dependent on what you're talking about.
What age do you consider a kid?
I feel like once you reach 21, you're in a grown adult.
Okay, what's the highest age you would consider someone from going from a kid to, I don't know, a teenager or
again?
Adult?
It's all dependent.
No. So the young player award goes to under 23, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yes.
young player under 23.
Well, AJ said kid.
They are Ricardo.
Oh my God, we're playing semantics now. Young player and kid.
Well,
come on, that's semantics, man.
Regardless of what you want to classify, Mbappe is what, 24, 23, 24?
23, I think he's 23.
24.
He's 23.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. If Justin Trudeau called me, do you think I'm gonna give a shit about his opinion about where I should play?
No.
No,
Ricardo, that is a horrible analogy.
Go ahead.
Ricardo, that is what? Wait, hold on. Let me just give you one of this. Let me give you one of this.
Bro,
freak, what kind of analogy is
no,
that?
because you're suggesting that Mbappe had no agency in this whole situation, that he was forced to sign pen to paper. It was his decision because the money and whatever fugazi promises were him. That's his fault, man. Like, why are we acting like there was a gun pointed at his head and he had to sign the contract, bro? He made a stupid decision. Now, at least to have decency, he should live and die by the decision he made. I thought him staying at PSG, if you win even though we probably think PSG won't win it, which is a fair assumption.
They never win
because
they
never won it, bro. At least you can give him some sort of credit that if he did win it, that'd be amazing. But given how things are unfolding, it's probably not gonna happen. Are we really surprised this happened? To be honest, I don't even know what to believe, because it did sound convincing that he did want to get the hell out of Paris, especially with everything blowing up. But like in the pre-game matchup and everything, it doesn't seem like he's getting along with Neymar. He's laughing here and there. So like, what the hell is the truth? Because if we're gonna go by the reports, right? I think if this is true, if it's said to be true, one, he wanted Neymar out. He wanted to bring a number 9 because he wanted to operate on the left wing.
Yeah.
So okay, that could be some sort of truth. Now, why was he all buddy with Neymar in the warm up? That makes no sense, bro.
Yeah.
If you I'm sorry, if I'm Neymar, if I'm any other player, and that guy wants to bounce me out of this club because he wants to play in my position, I'm not buddy with that guy. Like,
okay. So, are you saying that the report he wants to leave is true, or the report that's, because again, I did see that thing, and it came from some profile of like the demands that he wanted. For me, initially, I didn't believe the whole Mbappe reports, but if Julien Laurent, ESPN FC, everyone is reporting it, there must be some veracity there. Now, that can be true, but what we don't know is what were the reasons.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
ESPN
That's what I'm saying. But even like the start of the match, it's like, bro, he looked fine. So it's like, we genuinely do not know what the truth is. Could this just be an internal thing where they just all laugh it off just because I'm like, bro, they're doing this again? If you look at who reported it first, it was from Marca, which is a Spanish newspaper. Blah blah. Not really surprised. They could just laugh it off because like, okay, here it goes again, right? We really don't know. And as for, they
Fab
said that
tweeted it though. Fab tweeted
yeah,
it.
but Fab's a fraud, bro. Like this guy.
Hey!
I'm sorry, he's a talented bird.
You both are saying different things. Ricardo, I think you're talking about the reports of him having bad vibes with Neymar, and what HH is talking about is him wanting to leave this summer or this January.
But the still thing is saying is we don't know. Like, bro, I'm sorry, if somebody's gonna bounce you off of your team, if you're Neymar, right? Say you're a player, and somebody's gonna want you to actually leave, bro. How can you be possibly friends and laughing with him going up to that?
But that's how their relationship is, though.
But Ricardo, I think the point I'm trying to make is that he may want to leave. The whole Neymar thing may not actually be one of the reasons. That may actually be a lie. So it could be other reasons that don't include Neymar. So we don't have to believe that.
He said it though. Mbappe said it.
It's not a lie.
Mbappe said it. So Mbappe actually said, "I want Neymar to
go." No.
He said our relationship.
There's too much evidence to suggest that him wanting Neymar out is not actually the case. That's why him and Neymar have gone into a rift over the summer. Every time Neymar has literally been asked, even when he was on international break, of what his relationship was with Mbappe, he just kind of
trust players to say the truth. You can't.
But we can't act like Neymar isn't. One thing you always have to give credit to Neymar. He's not shy to hold his actual feelings.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He always says what he feels. He's not going to give you a politically correct answer because the guy literally never does. Like, he's literally supporting a right wing borderline fascist in his country. You think he's going to care about his relationship with Mbappe? But at the end of the day, like, we don't really know. I'm not saying it's not true. It could be true, and there's good evidence to suggest that it's true. But with Mbappe, man, this is not a kid anymore, bro. Like, this is one of the best players in the world. He's like turning 24 in 2 months. He had the decision. He was a free agent, and he decided to stay at PSG. This is not his, I'm sorry. It's just he has to be responsible for this.
Vader, talk to me, man.
So what I want to clarify, I'm not absolving him of responsibility. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the choices that he made, it was because of someone else. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that what was put in front of him to decide on is, I would say, almost impossible to turn away. Ricardo brought up the mention, your prime minister coming to you and saying, listen, we're doing all this for you. Are you still going to decide to leave? I would say you could have the best circle around you. Certain people of power presenting you an offer. And also, it's a temporary offer. It's not for life. It's like, remain here a little longer. I think we're all doing it. In the country we were born in, for the biggest club in that country, with the president, prime minister, whoever it is, sitting across from you or calling you up saying, yo, let's make this happen. We're all doing it.
No. Victor, that's why Ricardo's analogy is so crap. Because hold up. Victor, do you know why Ricardo's thing is so crap?
We're still going to decide.
No. Ricardo, shush. Ricardo is way more Peruvian than he is Canadian. If the Peruvian president called up Ricardo is saying, "I love." Okay, he's saluting. He's saying, "I president, presidente, I'll be there, 100%." So,
I was born in Canada, so. Bro, you're telling me that the team he was gonna go to, being Real Madrid, won the Champions League. That's gonna have holding your freaking president, who's
it's an ego trip. It's an ego trip.
Yeah,
we all have an ego.
My ego would have taken to me.
Ricardo, shush. Vato, talk over this guy.
We got to deal with the timeline. They weren't Champions League winners as of yet, right? And even if we want to think back to what Benzema was able to do, you can see at the time why Mbappe was like, I'll take my chances, because it didn't look likely that Real was going to win. Let's be real. Now, all those things being put in front of Mbappe, I can understand why he decided to remain. And again, it's remaining temporarily. It's not saying that he's going to be there forever, but he's like, this deal I have to take. And we don't quite know exactly what the numbers are. We know what he's getting from PSG. We don't know what the other sponsors and what else is going in his pocket, just remaining there. Okay? Now, this professionalism needs to be accepted. You're not going to see everything on the pitch with regards to being hateful or not liking, or he may want a true 9 and want to play on the wing, but he's not gonna be rude to his man. He's not gonna be rude to his teammates. He's gonna keep all that professional. And we've also seen managers, and one could argue that Mbappe is manager 2 over at PSG. We've all seen managers that want certain players out, but they show a good face while they're still trying to make deals to get other players into the club behind the scenes. So I mean, he's doing his thing. He's kind of like the LeBron. Right? He's LeBron, if you want to use an NBA reference. LeBron's the GM over at LA. He's also the player, right? So Mbappe's doing his thing. Now, if he's choosing to want to leave early and he's not happy there, I would assume the promises that were made to him aren't being kept. The deal that was put in front of him isn't being honored. So yeah, I'm a jump ship, because what you put in front of me, what you said was going to happen, isn't happening. So I'm out of here, guys.
Vader, he has no leverage.
His leverage is his talent.
That is not true. Mbappe has all the leverage, man. He's the star of PSG.
PSG have all leverage because we know that these guys don't care about money. So the last thing they care about is whether or not Mbappe leaves. So it's like they had the opportunity. I mean, the worst case scenario for PSG was letting a player like Mbappe leave for free, because that was a lot of money. He signed for 2 years, so they have all the leverage. Like, okay, well, we're not losing him for free this time. We can sell him, and we're gonna sell him for a shitload because we still.
Why didn't they sell it to Real Madrid for 200 million? If that was the case,
but because they were trying to bank it on.
No. They were trying to play big man. They're trying to play big man. We don't want to be pushed over. Okay, so if it's future button, I'll come to Eric.
For Ricardo's point, if the leverage is with PSG because he's under contract, if you have a player that's disgruntled, that's not going to put in their best effort, it makes no sense in keeping him. If he's not going to be putting the performance on the pitch, you better find a way, whether it's multiple player transfers, whether it's getting other players back, whatever it is, you're going to have to get him out, because it's not going to help your case. And again, we know that PSG have to win their league, because what else are they relevant for? And they have to go far in Champions League. You're not doing that with only Messi and Neymar. You're not doing that.
Mbappe is not sacrificing.
So hold on. So before I come to so guys, please hit that like button, guys. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button, guys. Please lubricate that like button. Hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Guys. Eric, Mbappe, what's your take? Eric, I am hearing. Eric, don't laugh. Mbappe was trending. Do you know what was trending above Mbappe? I mean, and I don't know, but do you know what's trending? Take it away, Eric.
What we're talking about? Oh yeah, Mbappe.
Eric,
So-
Eric, respect your World Cup winner, man. Don't, Eric, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why would you respect someone that doesn't have respect for themselves?
Eric,
or
be
the game?
respectful. He won a World
whatever.
Cup at age 19, 17
No,
in
don't
history to
respect
win a
that
World
clown.
Cup.
He's a clown, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I agree with Ricardo. If I'm keeping it real, he's spot on. Everything he said, I completely agree. I can't say much more, to be honest.
So you wouldn't take him at Chelsea?
I would, yeah, but I think we've moved on from that. Like we missed the chance. You know, he came for he came for what do they call it?
A trial, right?
Trial. Yeah, he came for trial.
Mhm.
You know, we rejected him. It is what it is. You know.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Chelsea
yeah.
rejected Mbappe?
yeah,
Look, it was a long time ago. This was a long time ago.
yeah.
This was when he was
Chelsea
like
took L's, bro.
he was about 14, 13 years old. It was a long time ago.
And you say nah.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Where were you
that's
at with
just-
this man?
That's just down the long string of KD.
Yeah,
Salah,
yeah.
He was
Salah.
12. He was
Musiala,
12.
yeah.
He was 11.
Wow.
Yes.
HH, it's I don't think, to be honest though, as much as people are saying, so let me make this really clear. 110% is coming from Mbappe. Either it's coming from Mbappe's camp that he wants to leave, that he's unhappy. It's strictly coming from his camp. That is as simple and as cut clear and crystal clear as possible. This is coming from Mbappe's camp that he's unhappy and wants to leave. And I agree with what Vater said. I think this is just a power play. I think Mbappe, the reason why Mbappe signed the contract, people say it's because of money. It's not. The more and more you look into this and the more and more you look deep into this, it has everything to do with power. It's all about power. Mbappe wants to be king of Paris, king of Paris Saint-Germain. And more and more, Paris Saint-Germain. And he knows that he knows that while Neymar is there, especially Neymar, that he feels like he can't. Like he feels like for whatever reason he can't be that guy, the guy. And like the stuff that's coming out, it makes sense. The fact that he's saying why does Neymar get a free role? I want to play what I want to play.
Neymar did cost 222 million. You realize this?
But then Neymar is not Kylian Mbappe. He is not the French boy. He is not Paris born and
But
bred.
he's the most expensive.
Let's
player
be
in the world,
honest.
though.
Come on. We're talking about Totti in Roma. We're talking about Pele in Brazil. We're talking about Mbappe in Paris Saint-Germain in Paris. is different. I'm not gonna lie to you. No matter how great Neymar is, he is still foreign to France. He's from Brazil. He is not from France. This is a French boy. This is a French golden boy, and that's the mentality of Mbappe. I am France. I am France football. Why do you think France football tries so hard to keep Mbappe? Not only was it the president, everyone wanted to keep Mbappe in France, not for France. This is a France thing, HH. It's like, let's be honest, people are tribal. Let's be real. This is like, you have the English people in England, you have French. This is a French boy. It doesn't matter how much Neymar costs. This is money.
So are you with or for Mbappe making this decision right now? Who is in the wrong? Who is in the right? Where you at
Yes,
to this decision?
I am with Mbappe because this is what they promised him. You promised him the world, and then Mbappe was serious about when he agreed that he would get the world, and in my opinion,
okay, wait, no.
you give it
And
to him.
Are you with Mbappe making the decision to stay at PSG? So you're with that?
Yes, because because let me be real. What he and this is just human nature. Human beings always strive for power. Let's be honest, guys. A position of power, and the position where Mbappe, what he was, like Vater said, what it was provided and promised was more power than any player in PSG.
No. Okay, yes.
Probably any player in the
yes.
sports
Let's say
history,
it's you.
HH.
Yes, let's say it's you, and you were advising Mbappe. So it's you, and you know what you knew back then. You would say Mbappe signed it because they're going to promise you all this power.
Yes, because HH is like you're not. No, but HH. Okay, HH.
Why would that be wrong?
No.
Because do you know it's open up. But do you know what's so funny? Now, I'm not sure what Yassi said during the time. Faisal, we all knew that.
But I was
this is a bad move to make.
So you only think it's a bad move to make from a Champions League standpoint. When you think of a player career,
no, Vito wrong. At the time I said this is from a career standpoint. See, for me, I support Mbappe because it pisses off Messi fans. Because Mbappe is what keeps Messi fans up at night. He's the antithesis to Messi based on him dunking on him at the World Cup. So my thing is that Mbappe, to really put yourself in the best position to have the best career, Real Madrid call, you freaking go there. Because that is your best chance of improving yourself as a player, humbling yourself by being part of a football club where no player is bigger than that club. Oh, and maybe you can win a few UCLs as well. So it's the whole ball of wax. It's the full 360.
But here's where you're misunderstanding though.
He would never be humble at Real Madrid.
You just
yes,
said that.
Ricardo. Yes, he would.
He would not. No, he would
HH,
not.
what is the last
Wait,
thing you just
no,
said?
Ricardo. You think Mbappe can try this kind of diva stuff at Real Madrid?
But
What
that's
makes
the
you?
point.
What
But that's the
makes
point,
you- what
HH,
makes
though.
you think he won't be that? If he's willing to get Neymar the hell out of there and not play that position, what makes you think he won't walk in Real Madrid and tell Vinicius, a player that he's gonna obviously feel massively superior to, and complain about him not playing that position?
Ricardo,
But that's why he didn't go.
Ricardo, come on, Ricardo, you're better than this. Ricardo,
That's why he didn't
wait, hold up, Ricardo, you're
No, but
comparing
Ricardo's
the
right.
dynamics of PSG to freaking Real Madrid.
Stop. Who do you think he has more leverage going against playing that position, Neymar or Vinicius?
But one
But that's
thing,
the
no.
decision
But
he
one
made,
thing,
though.
That's my point.
It's not like he can't
he's
decide that.
egotistical.
But in PSG,
he's egotistical. We know that. It's to a fault. It's the reason why he's great. It's the reason why he's in the position he is right now.
Yeah, because this has nothing to do with money. Ricardo, let me say this. I don't believe this had nothing to do with money. Yes, he got paid, but it has to do with, like I said, power. If he goes to Real Madrid, he's
It's money.
Yes, if money and power have things to go with that.
But
With money comes power.
But HH, what I'm saying is,
Come to Vito.
like you said, and like Ricardo is saying, HH, if Real Madrid, this will not fly. This will never happen.
No,
And
so I
that's
don't know
what-
what Ricardo is
and
talking about. Like, it's
that's-
never happened in
and
Real
that's
Madrid.
And this is why Mbappe didn't go to Real Madrid. And this is why he didn't go to Real Madrid, because PSG offered him an opportunity to be bigger than PSG.
Which is
Where is he gonna-
which
That's
is
what I'm saying.
stupid. That's what I'm saying.
can't- no, but
That
that's
is
what
not
he's saying.
realistically okay. So actually no, Veto, come to you, Veto.
Yeah.
Because all I'm saying is, and Yassir's pointing it out, you can't turn that down though. When there's something put in front of you that's greater than what you would have received at Real Madrid, how do you then turn it down for another 2 years?
Okay, Veto, let me respond to you because I want to get on the. So Veto, the reason you turn that down is, let's say I'm advising Mbappe. Veto, it's simple. Am I here for the best interests of Mbappe, or am I just here just to be a yes man? If I'm a yes man, sign that damn contract. Go for it. Yeah. Pretty much, I'm like, I'm asking like Kanye's entourage. Yeah, do it, man. Give you a part and everything. Now, if I'm here for Mbappe's best interest in Mbappe, this is tempting. This is very tempting. But the right thing for you to have the best possible career and put you in the best possible position as a player is, as tempting as this is, you need to move to a football club because this PSG thing, it's finite. It's finite. It isn't long term. There is no long term sustainability for this. It's gonna break apart.
That's
so
fine,
for your best interest, you need to move to somewhere that is sustainable, which ain't this.
Okay, but my counter to that is, he takes, to your point, what's not sustainable for 2 years, because what he's getting is more than any player would have gotten in 2 years.
Those 2 years are enough to destroy you.
No. See,
yes,
that's where we're going to disagree. Okay, so we're going to disagree with that. Okay. But now, to your point, you're saying he should have left Messi, left Neymar, and left what they promised him in terms of building the club and their pursuit for the league and Champions League, to then go to Real Madrid. At the time, Real Madrid did not look like Champions League winning Real Madrid. Okay. So you as the advisor would have said, nah, go there. Yes. Go there based off of the hope.
Victor,
Okay.
no. Victor, I have the receipt. So
Are you
this,
talking
so
about
this
before
isn't
or
like, this
after
isn't
they
like
won the
hindsight.
Champions League, though?
So
He
wait, Victor,
signed
this is
before the Champions. He remained there before Champions League winning.
During.
No.
After,
He had the
after
option.
PSG
He
was
had the
beaten.
option to still go to Real Madrid even after they had won it
Yes.
because he was a free
I-
agent and he still
I
stayed.
think so. Exactly.
He re-signed to PSG as a free agent. His contract was up. He could have went to he would have went to Real Madrid without paying a transfer fee.
Maybe the chat will let us know, but I thought he remained there before they officially won Champions League.
No,
I
this
thought
was
that was the timeline.
This was
But
I
after.
thought that was the
There is
Go ahead,
something
Paul.
important here with what you said. Look, I remember one tweet from the official account of Mbappe's mother, liking a tweet saying that why would Mbappe go to Real Madrid if they won Champions League? He has nothing to prove there because Madrid already does it. So that already, and that was the official account. That already, the what you're saying of, Madrid didn't win, whatever. Mbappe was advocating because the image around him before the renewal was he was the next Cristiano. What did Cristiano do? Go to a club that was badly, like that was not in a good state, like Real Madrid, and went there and partly fixed it. So what we can have now is, no, he didn't go to Real Madrid because they won the Champions League. They clearly don't need him. It wouldn't be great for Mbappe to win the UCL there and then go with the narrative of, no, why would he go to a team that he thought he wasn't going to win Champions League? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it's Now I understand your point, but there is another thing. And anyone, please, anyone, please, explain this to me because this is essential. Why are they promises and not things written in the contract? I don't understand.
That's not PSG's fault at that point.
No,
They fooled him.
that's Mbappe's.
That's what I'm saying. They fooled Mbappe into that contract.
Wait, so Sam, why
I blame Mbappe.
are they making promises that are not in the contract? You're saying,
Yeah, so
because
why
now
is he
Mbappe-
agreeing? Yeah.
Yeah,
Why is he
Mbappe now
agreeing to
can
terms
say,
that weren't in the contract?
yeah, because now, I'm going to give you a country. I'm going to give you everything. Yeah, okay, great. I sign. What is my country? It wasn't in the contract. No, you can't activate
I hear
any
that
clause
part. I hear that.
to exit. You can't do that because that wasn't in the contract. So Mbappe can put pressure, which is actually, I think this is pressure from Mbappe to PSG.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to leave. I just think he wants to what he wants.
So this is why contracts is so key, because you can make a contract about anything. So you can say in the contract that if you don't give me X, Y, and
Exactly.
Z, I am allowed to go on a free.
Exactly.
I'm allowed to go because you can make the wording anything you want. So I think the mistake that will happen is very similar to Harry Kane and Daniel Levy. This was like the Wild West. Spit on your hand, you shake. They did that in the freaking Wild West. And that's why we got freaking contracts afterwards because that was not sustainable.
Do you think Holland balling is low-key starting to hurt him a bit?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
No.
But
For
here's
me,
the thing.
I think
it's not low key. There's no way it's low key.
No. It's loads of things.
High key, bro.
That's
Come
my
on.
bit. That's and also look what's everybody been
It's
saying.
also Messi, Neymar balling.
Do you know how many times I have been
That's even
tagged
more
in
powerful.
tweets? Pace Mbappe.
Yeah.
For Mbappe. The new thing is Mbappe or whatever it's called. Like
but
all
that's-
these different kinds of names. So Mbappe clearly his stock has gone down as a player.
Big time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his own
because
doing,
remember,
though. It's his own
Mbappe
doing.
last season his stock was up. Remember, he was the only guy that showed up for PSG. This season his stock has gone way down.
Yeah.
Way down.
But hey, Chase, I just want to make
because
thing.
because it's been
temporary though.
Yeah,
It's
no, I know
temporary.
it is temporary because right now, based on the 2
Kinda.
months of football, Messi and Neymar have completely outperformed them. Now you could say that Mbappe is just like he's not been terrible, but he hasn't been great either. Could he kick on the rest of the season and be great? Yeah, sure. But it's on top of that, Haaland is balling. He's getting all the headlines. He's looking an absolute monster. I don't know. Maybe this whole he's not as mentally strong as we think he is because now that when everything is not tailored to him, everything is crashing down before him. And
Crazy,
with
right?
the recent reports with the Haaland's whole release clause, blah blah blah. Do you really? I don't think Haaland and Mbappe are gonna play in the same team. I just don't see it.
No.
So
I don't think
and right now it looks a lot more favorable. Like Madrid fans seem a lot more favorable
Haaland.
towards Haaland.
Haaland,
And
100%.
Mbappe. So where does that leave Mbappe? Where does that leave Mbappe?
No. So, but Paul, now this is the question I want to ask. Perfect question.
Yeah.
And this is the one I want to ask all Real Madrid fans, and even any Madrid
I know
fans
the
in
question.
the streets. Go for it. Do you still want Mbappe? If he
No.
was made available and so forth, would you still want him?
No, because first, actually, from a sport
Hurt feelings.
No, just not feelings. Actually, if you look at it objectively, obviously Mbappe would be objectively a great signing. He's an incredible player. He will be one of the best in the future, I'm sure. Now, Real Madrid, I can tell you, fans and club would 100% prefer to go all in for Haaland and that release clause, which exists, than go and pay 300 million and having Jude Bellingham as well in the next summer, than going for Mbappe. Why? Because the problem in Real Madrid's attack in the next years are not wingers. We have Vinicius, we have Rodrygo, we'll see what happens with Hendrik. It's the 9, number 9. Benzema is retiring.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Wasn't it not just 4 months ago you wanted Mbappe and you
No,
still
no,
had the same
Vader.
winger?
We wanted, not needed. We wanted him, didn't need him. That's a difference.
That's
Okay,
different.
didn't need
so
Mbappe.
you no longer want him. You no longer want him.
He was a luxury
No.
signing. bro.
But
He's in a
it's
better
not like-
position, and
But
Rodrygo
according
is-
to HH, he's the face of football. So
No.
you don't want the face of football.
No. Wait,
Well,
here's
Haaland is not
here's the
face
thing
of
though.
football.
Haaland
Haaland could be the face of
No,
football,
hold on. Wait,
If Haaland-
look at the
As much as I heard him
no. Wait, hold on. Wait, look at the dynamics right now. Here's the thing. It's so funny how the world works. So imagine if Mbappe had moved. He plays on the left. Vini either goes out on the right or he now comes off the bench.
Vini can't
So
play.
that takes
can't
out
play
of the
outright,
Vini's
bro.
game. And wait, hold on. Let me just look at what happened.
Whatever you're cooking is stale, bro.
Who scored the winning goal in the Champions League final? Vini. And I know this rubs you the wrong way. Vini made your boy, what's his name from Brazil, do the Macarena. Remember that little shimmy he did at Etihad? That you know that little, you know that goal. You know that goal.
Fernandinho.
So Fernandinho. So my thing though is, it's so funny. It's actually worked out for the benefit. So for Real Madrid right now, I know Mbappe's Mbappe. Didn't Real just go on a crazy mad winning run with these so-called young boys and so forth? So my thing right now is that Real, wait a minute, we're good where we are.
There is
Well,
something
good
even
where we
more
are.
important, HH. There
Oh,
is something very
sorry.
important.
You can go finish.
Let me say one last thing about
Yeah,
this,
go for
because
it.
that's part of the answer. Actually, from a locker room perspective, it doesn't make that much sense. Because if Mbappe comes, he's gonna have that arrogance. He's gonna have that, saying that no, I want to play here. Okay, I'll play in the right wing, but I'm not going to be as, will he listen to Ancelotti? Will he?
Exactly.
I don't know. So actually, I'm more afraid of him if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid of ruining the great dynamics that are in the locker room. Because let's face it,
But this is
I am thanking the football gods that Mbappe does not show up at Real Madrid. Thank you. Then, if you guys no longer want him,
I hope.
Wait, Victor, didn't they beat you without Mbappe? Victor, what are you talking about?
we had injuries. That's the only reason. I'm doing my UCL study showed me defensively we had our injuries.
So you're
are
in
you
a
saying-
strong position to be thankful, man.
So
The hell?
this is what I'm saying. Mbappe is gonna have an ego regardless if he had stayed at PSG or went to Real Madrid.
Of course.
So him being at Real Madrid, it's not gonna humble him just because they have a crown over the crest. I'm sorry, it's not. He is who he is. He goes to Real Madrid. How long has he been at PSG now? 4 or 5 years now, I think.
God knows how long.
He was never gonna tell Neymar, "Yo, get the hell out of the left wing." But at Real Madrid, he's gonna tell Vini, "Yo, you gotta bounce, buddy, because this is
There's
my
a difference.
position."
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's a difference between Neymar and Vini.
Exactly. That's my argument. He cannot tell that to Neymar because everybody who knows football knows that Neymar is a superior player to Mbappe. Now, whether the ego, that's a different. Bro, stop acting like you.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
You're right.
serious?
Yes, we're gonna come in. Whoa. Yes, meet your mic, man. Meet your mic.
But at Real
Mitchell.
Madrid, bro, I'm gonna tell you, at Real Madrid, whether you like Vinicius more or you like Mbappe more, bro, you cannot tell me he's gonna be okay playing at the right wing because he is not. And that goes to what Paul said. To what Paul said. By the time, let's say, both of them, Haaland and Mbappe, are back in the transfer market again, right? Benzema hasn't had a great season so far. Shout out to him. I'm sorry, this guy sold his soul for last season, and rightfully so, because he created a legacy. But in 2 years' time, Benzema's not going to be there. You need a striker replacement. They already need a striker replacement because Benzema is, bro. He's been injured. He's not been looking too good. It makes way more sense to get a natural goal scorer, which screams Haaland. What are you gonna do with Mbappe, bro?
Haaland's crazy.
Victor, are you scared? Victor, are you scared?
Hey, I'm not.
Wait,
mad at-
no. Victor, don't put your hands like this. Victor, are you scared that you're going to lose your cheat code to Real Madrid?
Like I was about to say, I'm
Oh,
not
here
mad at Real
comes the
Madrid's hopes.
diplomacy now.
No, I'm not mad at Real Madrid's hopes about exercising this clause and getting Haaland. I'm not mad at it. Now, I am happy that they're now saying we don't want Mbappe. One of the faces of
No, hold
football.
on. Eric, get on the phone to Todd B. There is a clause. Eric, tell Todd B there is a clause. Eric, let's get that Norwegian thing out there. Victor, continue. Victor, relax. We'll just speak fluency. We'll speak
Victor,
fluency.
like, you could share.
You don't really understand it.
Haaland.
It's fluency.
That's all good. That's all good. I can't wait to see Haaland at the bridge. London Bridge is going to be falling down. Now, Mbappe not going to Real Madrid, I'm cool with. Don't let that talent go over there. I'm cool with that. The fan base don't want him. The president, the coach, cool. Mbappe will cook wherever he is.
Yeah,
But
Neymar will cook. Neymar cooked at Barca 3 years and destroyed that locker room with Messi, and then he went to PSG. See how that worked out.
Here's the issue, though.
Yes, but Mbappe is going to be leaving PSG, and he's not going to go to a worse situation, right?
Guys,
No, but he's going to make it worse.
Yeah.
That's my point.
He's gonna make it.
But guys, here's the issue, though.
Bro,
Here's the issue.
Mbappe's not going to make it worse where he goes.
Wait,
hold on.
okay. Yes, the last thing I wanted to take some debates.
But here's the issue, guys. Guess who's in love with Mbappe for whatever reason? Florentino Perez. He loves Mbappe.
Still?
Yeah. There was a video.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie. If
yeah.
Real Madrid take Mbappe back, it's a bit of an L in my opinion. It's a bit.
No,
of an L.
there's a video that I don't know, Paul, if you've seen it, where a Real Madrid fan, I think it was from something, and he said, "Don't bring Mbappe. We don't want Mbappe." And the guy said, "No, you relax. You know, he's already regretting it, guys. Don't worry." Because Paris knows. Paris knew. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do it. So, Real Madrid 14 UCLs. Monaco Mbappe was better. This Mbappe is a clown. Look, no. Monaco Mbappe was very good. And again, because it's somebody what Victor said. 2 years is a long time. 2 years is enough to completely pivot and destroy your trajectory and development as a player. So 2 years is a long time. TKO. If Barca lose tomorrow, can I join London Blues on loan? No. Yeah. Okay, wait. No. Eric, should we allow Ray Ricardo and any of these Barca fans to join us on loan if they lose tomorrow?
I think we can only allow Ricardo.
What? Why?
I'm forever indebted to you. Eric.
Wait, no. Eric, wait, Eric. Ricardo made up the name Eric Romano and he was clowning you all through the summer. Why?
No, that was you. I think that was you. Yeah.
That
was Ricardo.
No, it wasn't me.
No, it was you.
I said absolute Eric.
Ricardo didn't make a video of me clowning me. So
that's true.
Let's move on.
Eric, I did it for content. All right, Eric, I apologize. I'm sorry. It was for content. Okay, all right. I'll pull it down. From Sasko Aliu. Why do you like to write some players off? Why every coach is playing Mounts? Is it because he's hardworking and very honest? Don't forget he's 23. No, look, I will always credit Mounts for his hard work and his diligence. I will never rate him as a top player. I'm sorry. I just think that technically speaking, overall as a footballer, he's not great. Bro, I think you can find a game where Ambrosini was man of the match. I think you can find a game where Milner was man of the match.
Who cares about those games? Who cares about that?
No, I don't think that. No, Bounce did great, and he was quality, and is putting in a good shift. He's just not a player that excites me. But all because he doesn't excite me doesn't mean that he isn't a good addition and a good help for the team.
Who excites you on this team more than Reece James? Apart from Reece James, who excites you on this team?
Eric, and now you know the issue that I have at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now you know. Shout out to your boy Patrick. Not this Mbappe saga again. Oh, yep, it is. We're here again. We are here again, man. Wink. Kai plays like Jeffree Star is his spirit and animal. I don't know who Jeffree Star is. But shout out to him on
Can I say something about Havertz?
Oh, sure.
Actually, I read in its day, if Real Madrid can't really say that it's impossible for them to get Haaland and see of like that kind of a 9, I've seen some things about light interest in someone like Havertz as a maybe in 1 year or something like that, to not to be the starter, but to be a quality, have quality in the bench for Benzema to go out. Havertz is younger, and he would actually fit Madrid's play style. Now, I'm not saying
sure that I
Havertz.
want to release Kai though. That's the thing. I'm not sure whether I want to release
I'm
Kai.
not. No. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying I want him. I'm just saying that I think at one point there was some interest when Haaland was. We were starting to know that Haaland wasn't going to come. And so I think Havertz is in the scope of Real Madrid of not going for him, but keeping an eye.
Wait, no,
So
you're
if I
not
think-
getting Havertz, man. It's
No,
not happening.
let me tell you, if Havertz does, imagine, whatever, like obviously everyone is going to be, wow, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Havertz, he's not Real Madrid level. Right now he isn't, obviously. Now, if he puts, imagine a great season, I would not be surprised if in the next year they say, we cross or something, we can work something out with Chelsea, whatever, we can loan someone, give it to us, because we can have Haaland until 2024, Benzema is falling down, we need someone that can play as a 9. With some
Look, we'll see. Well, let me hit this. So RR7. CR7 made Juve worse. Laughable. Look at them now. Wait, RR7. Wait, where does this even come from about making guys worse? I don't even know where this come from. Lord Mill. Juve are tanking for Wembayana. #inside info. Basically, if you follow basketball, then you'll know what this is, because Wembayana is this new amazing prospect in basketball. Orlando Ortiz. Thank you, the dub. He was offered money and Real Madrid still chose. He was offered money and Real Madrid and still only chose money. Well, a lot of money. Does that make sense to anyone? Wait, no. Hold on. No. He was offered money in Real Madrid, but PSG were offering astronomical amounts. So there's one thing being offered money, there's one thing being offered a freaking planet. So he was offered crazy money. And I said at the time, I know it's a lot of money and so forth, but it's the wrong move. From Sharon Chablani. Kylian Mbappe can bend over for his girlfriend, but not Lionel Messi. Hypocrites. Okay, Sharon, that's a bit explicit, but thank you for that, man. Thank you. Thanos City. Haaland in 2 years. Be realistic. He's renewing at City. Deep down, we know that ain't happening. Take what you can get in 5 years. I'll listen then. How do we know Haaland? Look, if Haaland breaks all the records at City and so forth, and Real come calling, Haaland's still going to renew? Come on, bro. Like, as his father said, he wants to test Haaland in different countries and different leagues.
He wants to test tube every league.
Yes, he wants to test him every league. It's standard, man. Yeah, quickly, because let's move to the next thing.
Yeah, I want to know if Man City end up winning the Champions League, is it worth it for City to win the Champions League so Haaland and Pep can go away? Or would you which one would you rather have? Them win it or them not win it?
No. I have an agenda. I never want them to win it. Never.
Man
never want
City's
them to
chances of winning the Champions League are as good as PSG's.
Nah,
I don't want.
That's
I
a
don't
cap.
want
That's
Pep
wait. We have to move. So, guys, how bad is Allegri?
He's a dinosaur, man. You should know
HH,
that.
I think there's a lot of managers better than him. Pirlo.
No. Okay, because here's my thing. With all due disrespect, Maccabi Haifa.
He's terrible. He's so bad.
Yes, yeah.
Did you
Maccabi.
watch the game?
Yes, yeah. Maccabi Haifa.
But did you watch the game?
Yes, I was watching the freaking game. Man. Yes.
They were terrible. They deserved it too.
Iron Dome tax.
I mean, okay, look, Ricardo. What is the issue with Juve? Like, I mean, how have a team who won 9 in a row got into a point where they can't beat Maccabi Haifa?
They just, if you look at their, I don't want to say it started with a particular player. Not that I'm saying it was completely.
Hey.
But they just haven't made great.
Ricardo, are you running that agenda?
No, I'm not because he's not the issue. They just have done horrible transfers. Like when they signed Cristiano, it was like, oh, okay, like we added a good piece. They never added great pieces to support him after they got him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying like it was his fault. I'm just saying they thought just getting him was like all they needed. They needed way more. And then they lose Matthijs de Ligt, which was for them seen as their future of their defense because Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli, all these guys were getting old. I think Bonucci's still on the team. They got another defender, somewhat decent. Midfield is absolutely atrocious. Like I don't even
Mama's
know
boy. You're starting with Mama's boy. Psst.
bro. They're
but he
they're
was
all,
playing on the wing today.
now
He
you
was playing
see
on the wing today.
you see Kulish. I mean, obviously, they lost Chiesa, which honestly has a
This
massive
team is
effect.
trash.
They
man.
allowed Kulusevski to
I
which is a
generally
dumb
don't
move.
think. I generally don't think they. Well, not really, because Kulish wasn't living up to expectation. It's kind of like,
Bro,
it's like for
it's
them.
still it's even
Nah,
if
you
he's
can't
not
do
doing
that,
it's so
HH.
much of a time to allow him to go
HH,
and
no,
let go of the ball.
no, the ball thing was an L. But one thing you can't judge based on retrospect, because remember when Juventus had João Cancelo and they swapped him for Danilo?
Danilo.
Bro, at that time, let's not act like João Cancelo was an absolute brick. Like he was garbage, right?
But it was better than Cancelo. Danilo. Danilo was
no,
never
bro,
great.
no, they were both shit. They were both shit at the time, bro.
I mean, no. Ricardo makes an interesting point.
No, 'cause
because I think
Cancelo was
for what
bouncing,
Juve
bro.
needed, I think Danilo was better than
Exactly,
I
bro.
think he needed. So.
Cancelo at that time was bouncing from club to club. He wasn't good. Obviously, thanks to Pep, he is the player who he is today. So
That's crazy.
So it's easy to say, like, in retrospect, that he is who he is, but they've just made horrible decisions. I think it starts mainly with the managerial position. They had Sarri, who was decent, at least in Italy, bounced him because he didn't really perform to his expectations. I think you got Pirlo. Pirlo was set up, if we're being honest. And then
How bad was Pirlo really? That's trending. How bad was Pirlo really?
And then who was in between Pirlo and did Allegri take over after Pirlo?
Yeah.
There's someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Allegri,
It went Sarri, Pirlo, then Allegri.
Yeah, so Allegri. I mean, I don't know, man. I think, like I said, I think Ronaldo should have stayed at Juventus, like, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Maybe we have to judge them when Pogba gets back and Di Maria doesn't get injured every 30 minutes. Oh, good news is Di Maria is not missing the World Cup. So
okay. So it's not that bad then.
It's not. They're saying it's not as bad. He's gonna make it to the World Cup. But they haven't been full strength. If we're being honest, they haven't been fully strength. Not that I think it's gonna make much of a difference because Allegri's a brick, but not playing Paredes, Pogba, Di Maria, Chiesa, all of them together at once, we don't really know where this team is at. But from what we know is that these guys are ass right now.
Yeah. So what are you saying, man? They're calling him a dinosaur. They're calling him T-Rex. They're calling him.
Like,
what's it called? Velociraptor? What's it called?
I feel like HH. You know what's interesting? This guy. I remember when he left. The moment they sacked him, and they moved on from him, and they parted ways with him. I remember there was a extended period of time where he was out of football. I remember. It wasn't until I think he was out of football for at least 4 seasons, something like that. That's a long time to be out of football. That's a long time. And me, it's
a lot changes in 4 years in football.
And I feel like in the modern day, I think he is not fit to be a manager in the modern day. I think the game has well and truly passed Allegri. This guy is absolutely. HH is like, come on. You don't have to be that great of a manager to beat Maccabi Haifa. You don't have to have that much talent to beat HH. This is because I watched the game. HH Maccabi Haifa was actually playing ball against Juve.
Good, but you should be.
They were playing.
Yeah, but they're not great though. They played well, but they're not. They don't have quality there.
I mean, they could have fooled me because Juve made them look good. I was like, hey,
Juve made them look good. They're not good. Juve made them look good. That's the point.
I just for me it's like I don't think a lot is wrong with the team. Yes, I understand what Ricardo's saying. They have a lot of injuries. I understand that, but HH, you don't need that much talent. Like I look at the Benfica team and I look at the Juve team and I don't see a lot of difference. HH, I really don't. I mean, Juve have Vlahovic. They signed Milic. They have Weston McKenna is not a bad midfielder. Locatelli's not a bad HH. I mean,
so that's just
USA. Relax on my American boys. I mean, HH I mean, it's bad. This is bad, HH. Juve are
and
bad.
And they can't sack it because they don't have money. Actually, let me read. So Eric, Allegri, man, where you are with Allegri, man, and Juve. Eric, didn't you want him at Chelsea at one point? I think you said you want him at
No,
Chelsea.
no, don't turn that back on me. Don't you try
No,
that.
because I just
You
remember
want
that
it.
you were like
No,
twerking for
you
Chelsea.
want it because I was one who asked you the question, and you said Allegri is the best option for Chelsea.
That's it.
After
That's
Lampard was sacked.
that's it. That's a stone-faced lie. But continue
Yeah, of course.
in your dreams.
Look, Allegri is I never rated him. He's not very exciting as a manager. His style of football isn't nice to watch. I don't know what the positive is. You know, he's not winning, and he's also playing bad football. So what do you get out of appointing him? I don't really I don't know why you just go back to. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of safety that they were trying to look for, going back to him, but it just hasn't worked out. Maybe they should have just left Sarri and seen what would have happened long term. Who knows? Or maybe even Pirlo. Who knows? But I think it's obvious to it's the obvious thing is to look at Allegri. But for me, it's more to do with the way the club is run. I'm not sure what is going
100%,
on.
and
To be
nearly.
honest, it's just it's all over the place now. So that is the main focus. But not to take it back to the previous topic, but I just not just, but I read that if Mbappe leaves, Liverpool is an option.
Eric,
I'm not sure how real that is,
cap.
but
Eric, that is Capri-Sun. He ain't going to freaking Liverpool, bro.
okay.
With what money do the Liverpool have? So Mbappe's gonna, because he has to take a massive pay cut. Do you think FHG can afford to pay him like all the kind of billions that he wants a week? Liverpool ain't happy. Eric, the only two clubs, Chelsea and Real Madrid.
No, but he's gonna take a pay cut regardless, right? No matter where he goes.
There's a pay cut, and then there's going from living in a mansion to living in a ditch.
What are you trying to say about Liverpool?
I'm saying nothing, bro. Red, Juve, Allegri, man. Talk to me. How is it going in this bad where they can't even beat Maccabi Haifa? And Red, welcome back, man. We've missed you, bro.
Yo, HH, man, glad to be back. It's actually been a minute, man.
Yes.
I do miss it. It is always fun coming on here and like talking to chat and like talking to the guys on the panel here, obviously. So
obviously, you know Eric. You've seen Eric before, obviously.
Eric, yeah, I know. I've been on Eric with a couple of shows.
Do you know our Peruvian brother? You've met him before?
Yeah, Ricardo. Yeah, we were on it. The last time I was on with Ricardo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was in Canada. You're from Canada, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. No, I know.
So many Canadians, man. Jeez.
What can I say, Chich? You got a big following over here, right?
Yeah. But no, that's true. I'm gonna go football hot on. So I'm gonna go to Canada. I'm gonna have like a whole Toronto kind of like thing.
No, absolutely, man, absolutely.
So talk about Allegri, man. This bomb Allegri.
Look, it's I don't want like Juve's problems is not Allegri. Juve's problems have been like, I think they've been going on since probably 2015, 2014. Once they started winning those consecutive league titles, their whole philosophy in signing players was just atrocious because we'd always make fun of them. They're signing retirees, right? Which honestly helped them establish that dominance during that era. But then like long term, right, they never really had like once those players started like going away and they weren't really replacing them with the same quality, right? Because like you get rid of a Pogba, right? But you bring in like a Matuidi and like you have other players to work around. You can get rid of that world class player if you have like enough good players there to keep the engine running, right? But then like once those players are gone, then you're now signing players like Rabiot, right? Who he had hype back then, but like he's trash. He's not been consistent at all. He's only been declining year after year, and once his contract runs out with Juve, he's finished as a footballer. No other top club is going to go for him. So like that whole like philosophy just slowly they've been just like getting rustier and rustier. And then the worst thing they did was sign Cristiano Ronaldo, because a player like Ronaldo will mask your team's flaws, right? Because he'll get the goal, he'll get 2 goals, he'll keep them competitive, right, for a bit longer. And now they become more reliant on that player. That now not only are they not really developing or building for the future, but also their active talent is getting worse because they're not really stepping up, because they're like, oh, Ronaldo's going to score a goal. They just sort of have that expectation.
And then you really address the other areas of a team because you just know he's always going to G up.
He's going to G up, exactly. So you're 1-0 up and you're going up against teams in Serie, which are already inferior to you, right? So you're going to win the league. You're going to be competitive. You're going to get into top 4, right? So I think
the key thing is that it's so different because Juve and Bayern are in the same exact position. You're cannibalizing a league, winning it every single year. But Bayern, because they're a much better run organization, just the point that Eric made, it goes about how you're run. Bayern always think 5 years ahead. So they're always thinking ahead. Juve, we're just thinking about the moment. Oh my gosh, look at what we're doing. We're dominating. And there was no concept of like 2, 3, 4 years in advance. It was always about the right here now.
Exactly. And like with Bayern, like I don't like to compare Bayern to other clubs because Bayern is a very special club in a sense where like they're almost perfect in every aspect because they're well run. You know, the way they have homegrown talent to keep the identity. Like they're a bit different. Juve has owners. It's not the same as Bayern. You know what I mean? Clubs like Barca, Real Madrid, Bayern. The reason why they're special is because one, they're fan owned, right? No, that's a thing. Fan owned, right? Like these Chelsea's owned by a billionaire. It's different. It's different.
Wait.
Like
Eric, tell this guy there's a supporters group and everything that has a stake in Chelsea.
Of course, every club has supporters group and has like you can be a fan and be a contributor. It's just
Red. Just put Chelsea in that category. Just put Chelsea. So Bayern, City, Real Madrid, Chelsea. Just put us in.
But
that
you can go to any country, any other sport, and you could find teams like Chelsea where you can just buy and put it. But like to find fan like in the NBA, there is no fan run.
I think that when you use the word own, I think it's very loose with Todd Bowley.
No. Chelsea's owned by Todd Bowley. Like he owns your club literally.
He's a custodian. He's a guardian. Not an owner. He's a guardian. Own is a very strong.
This is not disrespectful. This is just how it is.
Why are you doing your face like that, Eric? You're supposed to be up to this.
It's the truth. That's what's special about football. Is that clubs like Real Madrid, Bayern, like they can exist like fan owned clubs, right? But besides the point, Juve, yeah, man. Like I think they're kind of fixing up right now. Like getting Vlahovic, like he's a quality striker and he's gonna come good. And if they can just build around him, like they have the good pieces, and just, I mean, like they should go back to how they were before, where they're just farming Serie A players.
They're screwed. I think
no, they'll be
because
back,
it's rotten at its core. Because when it's like it's a structural issue. Basically, no, Red. When you have a situation where like Juve fans are saying, "Yo, sack this dude," and the guy's saying, "Yo, are you gonna pay his severance package?" Mm-hmm. Then you know it's real.
But
then you know it's real.
But Italian media is a bit different. Like if you understand,
so is Chelsea. So is Chelsea. So is Chelsea.
But like if you look at like overall like in Italian media, like they take football much more in a joking manner. Like for example, like Allegri even back in the day was like, if you want to get entertainment, go to the circus. Or they even have that weekly show where they give out like what was it? They give like this trophy for being trash. Like you're the worst footballer of the week. Like and they go and surprise the football like on like Punked. It was a show that I always see their clips on Twitter back in the day, but they don't show them as much. But like they have a bit more light period. So like when he says stuff like that, a lot of that could be just passing comments where they're saying it jokingly. Like Allegri too will always, like he likes to crack jokes and be, like he's a bit of a smartass in the press conferences. So I don't like take those with a grain of salt, but they should like I feel like Allegri should dip because like this is just bad for his reputation. He's too good of a manager to be wasting his time at a train wreck like that.
Let me just say this week over. So Real Madrid 14 says Juve lost to a porn star. Yes. Well, okay. Well, look, as I said again, I mean, let's okay. You know what? Thank you for that, Real Madrid 14 says. Thank you. Miguel Rabines. Defensive managers like Allegri are finished at club level. Name me one young and up and coming manager that plays defensive football. As I said again, I think what Eric was like. He made the point. To be out of football for so long and to come back, but you're still playing football that was relevant 4 years ago, that ain't it, bro. And I think that, which is why it's funny, but it's actually true. He is a dinosaur. Like he is a manager out of time.
Wait. How are we critiquing his style of football when let me just look up their starting 11 today because like Juve are just bad. They're just it's not like Allegri is like
Red.
He's proven.
No, Red. Those players on that pitch should be able to beat Maccabi Haifa. With all due disrespect. With all due disrespect.
I heard that whatever Maccabi Haifa, whatever the hell that team's name is, they haven't won a Champions League game since 2002. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that.
Like I understand that, but like I'm just saying like this loss is obviously like this is a train wreck. This is undefendable. Like you can't like Allegri deserves to get heat for it, but like Alexandro, like there have been shouts to get rid of Alexandro since like 2019. Like this guy's last good season was 2017, the Champions League run that they had. But ever since then,
what the heck?
He still plays.
Still there, bro.
Quadrado is finished. Like not just like he's as an athlete, he has no more. There's no more in him. You know how they say there's one more in him. Like Quadrado's finished.
Red. He's only there to dance during celebration.
Honestly, that's all it is now. Like who else? Let's see, Di Maria, bro. Like,
Hey, Di Maria can still ball, bro. Argentina ain't winning no World Cup without Di Maria.
no, Di Maria is a
put respect to his
baller.
name.
He's a baller, HH. But like, look, you get Di Maria, like you want to get out of this guy probably 20 appearances throughout the season because that's what you expect from a player of that age and that.
He's
Like,
nice off the bench.
yeah, he's starting. Like he's a starter. He's a certified starter. They have no.
But also remember, Pogba was always injured. So guys, look, let's. I want to bring this. Let me bring this in because we need. So
That's
last
so
topic
bad.
here. So guys, and it's so good that I have Paul and Red here. You know, so basically, someone asked me the question like, okay, who are likely to win the UCL and so forth? And I say, okay, City, I believe, are the favorites to win the UCL. Then I'm looking at, okay, could it be Bayern? Could it be Chelsea? Could it be anything these guys? But one name that wasn't even in my horizon was Real Madrid.
Disrespectful.
And
How
my
dare
thing,
you?
No. But my thing though is that should we actually be looking seriously at Real Madrid of actually defending their title yet again? That's my thing because so shout out to Rudiger because there seems to be this belief of this team that no, they really want to go for it again. Like we still have to, as I told you, we still have to have that conversation of how Zidane won 3 in a row because I don't know how the hell that freaking happened, and we still need to understand how that happened. But my thing though is, look, let me come to you, Eric. Do you feasibly see a scenario where Real Madrid can win it again? And Eric, let me before you answer, if they do that again, I need the Super League to start effective immediately. And second of all, Eric, you have to agree with me. Pep must give back every UCL medal that he's won. Because if Pep allows Real Madrid to win the UCL on his watch after you have this freak of nature known as Haaland, Eric, he needs to give back every UCL medal he's won. You agree, Eric? Yes. Yes.
What I'll say about Pep is that if he gets to the final, if he can find his way to the final, then they've won. I think they'll win. Just as long as he gets to the final, I think they'll do it. But in terms of Madrid, I mean, Madrid are just they are the biggest club in the world, and it's not even close. As much as I dislike Madrid, and the way they win the Champions League like teams win leagues, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they have to be the favorites after they won
favorites
it last season. Yeah,
Eric, hold up.
Favorites.
No, Eric, you can't do that. Eric, how are they favorites over Man City when you're seeing what this freak of nature Haaland is doing? Eric, you can't say that.
Because Man City don't have football heritage. And it's when you get to the UCL, it's not just about how good your team is on paper. It's about what you actually do. That's why Chelsea beat them in the final.
Okay, hold on,
last
Eric.
year.
Wait. So Eric, let me easy. So Eric, if City, Haaland is fully fit, he has no injuries, and City don't win the UCL, you won't hold Pep's feet to the fire. You'll just say, no football heritage. Eric, you can't do that. Eric, I will not allow you to do that.
If Madrid face City and beat them again, then it just is what. That's why last season.
No, Eric can't do that. No. Eric, see, Eric, you're going to allow this guy to get off scot-free?
It's Madrid.
Eric, no.
No,
Eric, no, Eric, I'm not holding on. If this bald freak gets to another final with Haaland and they lose to Real Madrid again, you're going to just say, it is what it is. It is what it is. Eric, I'm not having that.
They won't lose in the final. If they get to the final, they'll win. But if they meet a team like Madrid before the final and they lose, I mean, what can you say? It's Madrid.
A lot.
Like
cookouts, fireplace, 7-week sermon. A lot can happen. What the hell?
Yeah, look, for me, man, Madrid has to be the favorites because they won the league. They won the Champions League. The way they won it. And it's just ridiculous. Like when I hear some pundits talking things, like some of these pundits, well, most of them don't understand football, man, honestly, for me, because
in terms
I don't know how can you watch the run after losing to Sheriff? How can you watch the run Madrid had and your conclusion is, they don't deserve it, or you take any? How can you take anything away from them? And you know the history of the club.
Can't. No,
it's crazy.
No. Because look, it's about winning. When it comes to this high level of football, it's not about trying to win. It's about winning. It's about winning.
Because you don't get any credits for shots on targets or look at the possession. Like if you win, that's all that matters in the final. So for me, Madrid, just don't let Madrid get. it's difficult to say if Madrid actually face City. I still think City might get over the line just about.
Oh, they're better.
But
What do you mean?
don't let-
They're better. I dare them not to.
yeah. I mean, you don't let Madrid or City get to the final. That's what's like. You can't let that happen because
Yeah, you don't let City. They also lost a final to your boys.
No. But it's the second.
Or
Don't
if they
forget.
get to another final.
Exactly. So I mean, I don't know how many teams have won the final in their first attempt. I don't think it's ever happened. So
Eric,
can't,
Eric, we won that in the first attempt because those bombs had to send off Drogba and so forth and rain sacks.
You lost.
I'm counting that as a win.
Losers.
I'm counting that as a win.
lost.
Eric, we won it
You
on
are
our first
losers.
attempt.
You
We won
lost.
it on our first attempt. We won it on our first attempt.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay,
Don't
you
take 28.
You think
you're not taking away away
yes,
from me.
yeah.
How dare
Beat
you?
us with 11v11. You're so
Okay, you
trash. You have to beat us against
H-
10. Beat us
H-
11v11.
H8.
I'm no.
To be fair,
I will never.
No
John
club has
Terry-
won.
No, hold on,
No club has ever won their first Champions League final.
Red, I don't care. We won it in 08
I
because
think
those
only-
guys
only
cheated.
Real
And also
Madrid
Onan,
have
I'm also
done it,
taking
I think.
Onan as well.
Who?
08 and 09 are Chelsea's UCLs, and I will always count them as Chelsea's
Let it
UCLs.
go.
So you're the first three-peat winners. So you're telling us.
Let it go. Let it go.
What was it called? Veto. Real Madrid. Veto, these guys can't win this damn thing again. Veto. I'm sure. Hopefully, you've gotten to the part of your course, an UCL course, where they tell you that this is the big boy trophy, and that's a very key part of the course. You have to understand. So hopefully, because I know you're taking these UCL classes, then there's a part of your boom. The most important part of the course is where they say that this is the big boy trophy. This is the best of the best of the best. With all due disrespect to Norwich, Delia Smith, Elche, Ibiza, Braunschweig, Pescara, Plato, Socrates, is the big boy trophy. Veto, how can Real Madrid win this again? Because that three-piece, I'm sorry, I still understand what the hell that three-piece was about. And Veto, how did these guys be able to go through PSG, Liverpool, and Man? You. Veto. Oh, can I respond?
To be fair, I actually predicted.
No, can I respond? No. Can I respond?
Yeah, of
Veto.
course.
You know, Alonso's goal was fine. That goal should have stood.
Thank you.
That's the first thing. Alonso's goal should have stood.
I don't agree.
Look at how well we played. No, we were winning.
Do you also know it was ball to hand?
No. Veso, we were winning.
Yeah.
You got punked.
No.
We were winning.
Ball to hand on a penalty. Gave Benzema a penalty. It happened. I've been doing my studies.
No. Okay, no. Easy. Wait, hold on. Veso, no. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear. Veso, I dare you. I triple dare you. To let Real Madrid to win on your watch. Veso, what will you do if Haaland is fully fit and Real still win? What will you do? Veso, you have to give up your City fanship.
No, that's impossible.
But like
and again,
Wait, why not?
Wait, is Haaland the
because it's
problem
something
that
you can't give up.
Yeah.
It's something you can't give up.
City. Veso, how can you still be a City fan with Haaland fully fit? Pep drops the ball yet again and Real win.
Because some of the notes that I have here, I've written down. It's a draw, right? So they may be on the other side. We may be on the other side. There's some things that are out of the control that, in my studies, happens very often. Real Madrid winning again. They have the ability to. Are they showing that they can right now? I think many would kind of question that. They're not looking, but did they look good last year? You know what I mean? Like, it's really the knockout stages where you have to pay attention. And my notes are showing that group stages, they call it a Champions League, but this group stage stuff is nonsense. There's some terrible games.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen's one of them. Who did you play? Who did you play today? Who'd you play?
We played AC Milan, the champions
Before
of Italy,
AC Milan.
and we gave them a two-piece. We gave them a two-piece.
Before AC Milan, you guys played.
We played Salzburg before that,
Salzburg,
and the mighty Dynamo Zagreb. Veto.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a fire group. All four of those teams are really good.
Yeah.
Like that's
so Chelsea can win it.
No. Veto. This is about Real Madrid.
Chelsea
Because
We're talking
Veto.
Real. We're talking Real.
No, because Veto, I said again, I don't know how you guys lost that game last year. And I think that because
I do.
why I reject, because you know what Eric says? Eric says that if City fail to win, it's because they don't have football heritage. And I should accept that as a plausible reason. But Real does have this football heritage and this mentality. That's
not that
that may be true to an extent. That
Yeah,
doesn't
it's not
fly
that
to
simple.
me.
Yeah.
Because if Real Madrid win this UCL again, I'm blaming only one team and only one man. Man City and Pep.
Then you're discrediting the tournament. If you're
do you
going to
mean?
blame
Wait.
one, but you're then saying the
Yes.
tournament is the toughest you can't do that, HH. I'm just
No,
saying.
yes, I can.
The words aren't mathing. If you're saying one team is to prevent another team within a club run, within a tournament run, let's chill on that one. Now, you keep pushing this. If Real Madrid win, that we need to bring up the Super League. Why would we do that?
Because the whole point of the Champions League is that this is the best of the best of the best. This is supposed to be hard. This is supposed to be done.
It is.
They win it, if they've done a 3-peat, then a 2-piece.
Yeah, but HH, you and I, we're from the generation where you didn't have to wear seatbelts. You know what I'm saying? We're from the generation where you have to change the TV channel by turning the dial. We're not just going to invent.
God damn, you guys are all this
Eric,
shit.
Eric, lift your head up right now. Okay, wait to continue.
We're not just going to.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna meet Eric. I'm gonna meet Eric. I'm gonna meet him. Wait, so you didn't have to go that deep, but continue, man.
We're not just going to invent another tournament just because one club has many of them. No, we're going to battle on, and we're going to then get ourselves to as many, if possible, as them. We want this tournament to continue. We want it to be on for centuries. Now, Real Madrid, I think they can turn it on. They know that they can, right? They, like to Eric's point, they do have the heritage. As bad as they may be looking, the further they get in the tournament, the better they're going to perform. Now, I would say clubs like Man City, clubs like Chelsea. I mean, unfortunately, United aren't in the tournament this year. But even a club with heritage like Barcelona, these are all clubs that should be applying pressure to a club like Real Madrid. So the fault won't fall on one club in particular. Now, if you're going to ask me how good is City this year, City's very good. If you're going to ask me how motivated City are, they're very motivated. Because when your heart is broken the way it was last year, you're driven. Now we'll see how the tournament continues. Like I have many notes. It's step by step by step. Let's see what the draw says.
But how plausible do you think it is of Real Madrid being able to win it again? Because you see, my thing about this is that 100%. We can't ignore them. We can't ignore their heritage. But I do feel like if a big reason they did that was Benzema was transcendental. He was just on something crazy. Because I think, Real Madrid last season they were past their peak. So what they were using was just juju and their talents and their mentality. So it was juju, the mentality and so forth. And Benzema just was a man possessed. Hence why he's speaking about the Ballon d'Or this month. Benzema ain't going to do what he did. That was just Benzema at full-on Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct level. He ain't doing that this year. The question is Vini now going to go to another level? Could Rodrygo go to another level? Is Tchouameni really that's good? Because again, Real are Real. But I do feel that without that Benzema,
he's going to have to find his form. If they want any hope, any hope of repeating, he's going to have to find his form. Now, it's a wait and see, HH. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you a better answer, but we got to see what the draw is. We got to see who's top of their group, because if they're top of their group, then that prevents who sees who when. And obviously, you can't be part of the same league and face each other in the next round. So a lot's going to play out. We'll wait and see.
Before I come to you, boy.
One last point. Sorry, last point.
Yeah.
The reason why it's also very plausible is because if we look at it, it is a short list of clubs that actually do win the tournament.
It's true.
It's a short list. So if there's new names,
City, Chelsea,
does that include Chelsea?
Yeah, it includes Chelsea. I give Chelsea respect.
No, it's City. Does it include City?
We haven't won it yet. We're on a mission.
Oh. You haven't won it yet. Okay.
Don't make us favorites. Don't make us favorites.
Before let me take some debates in there. Shout out to your boy, Real Madrid 14 UCL. The cyborg was brought to win the UCL. No excuses. Wait, so can you see this door? This is also
He
the
was brought. He was
cyborg.
brought to no. He was brought to score goals, which he's doing.
No,
He's doing
that's a lie. The
exactly
cyborg was brought to win the UCL. That was why he was brought.
If that was the case, we wouldn't be playing him in the Premier League.
No,
We're playing-
Veto, stick
Stop
to the agenda.
lying.
He didn't play.
Patrick.
He didn't play today. He didn't play
Because
today.
he's being rested for the next round.
He had a software update because they played too early, man.
Patrick, Rudiger is a warrior. I now see why you wanted him to stay at Chelsea. Check out Rudiger's shirt, though. He bled out a heart next to the Madrid. But no, look, see, no. I mean, I don't think you know how painful it was to allow Rudiger to go, because there are certain players you need in your team. It's like Gattuso when he was at Milan. You need certain guys that just encapsulate the heart and soul of the team. And Rudiger was one of those guys where, like, oh no, you need those leaders. You need those characters and need those leaders. And Eric, I ask again, why did your club allow Rudiger to go?
I have no idea why your club allowed. No, I told you before. Actually, it's Roman gave the green lights and Marina did the
It
deal.
wasn't Roman. Roman would he would never.
He
Roman
was,
would
yeah,
never.
he was, yeah.
He wanted to leave, HH. He wanted to leave.
Roman,
and
no,
that's
no,
it.
no, that's a lie. Red, that's a lie. That's a lie. He
You know
was- he
what
was
they were
forced
saying
out.
though.
HH, they were
Red,
talking about Rudiger for like a year. Rudiger
hold on.
Madrid happened before the season even
So
started.
said journalists. So yeah, no, we'll get Red's thoughts on Mbappe. So let me come to Paul. So Paul, talk to me realistically and so forth. Do you really believe, objectively speaking, that Real Madrid can do not the impossible, the disrespectful, and win this UCL again, even though City have went into a sci-fi lab and constructed this freak of nature from Norway, who is on drugs, to score all these goals and so forth? Veso,
first of
you
all-
built him in a lab. Okay, sixth day.
Paul, let me ask you a question real
Gattaca.
quick.
Yeah.
How many Champions League did Real Madrid win? How many Champions League trophies do you guys have?
14.
14. How much does the second team afterwards have?
It's 7, I think, from Milan,
7.
and I don't know if Liverpool has 6, right? Or 7.
So that's 14. So that's double, right? Double
Yeah, that's
than the
double.
next person. So it's like 7 more than Milan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
I just wanted to make sure.
Yes,
I just
you
wanted
play
to
on
make sure.
Thursday. Okay, focus
No,
on
I
Thursday.
I just wanted to make clear.
Yes,
man. I just
focus on
want-
Thursday.
I think
Let
it's
them
important.
keep them.
No.
Let them keep their 14 UCLs. You focus on Thursday.
I think it's a great question. No, but
Liverpool have 6, by the way. I don't know why that's
6.
wrong in the comments.
We have 4. So what you were saying?
Okay. So basically, okay, if you tell me objectively, we shouldn't have won the other one. That's the truth. Like, objectively, doesn't go well with Real Madrid. We should learn that by now. Now, I will say, one of the big things that made us, that gave us that magic that last year, was the fact that we were so, like, no one gave Real Madrid chances. Even Real Madrid fans didn't even weren't really thinking about winning it, because we were thinking it as a transition, as a year of transition.
So sorry, very quick story. I think there's a YouTube video there. So the Real Madrid Man City game, when I think it was after Rodrygo scores the first goal, fans already leave, and then as they're leaving, they then hear the crowd cheering, and it starts to run back to come in. But guys said, no, sorry, we can't allow you back and everything and so forth, because they left, but they're not allowed back into the whole thing. But it was crazy, yeah.
So again, if you ask me objectively, obviously not. For me, objectively, City. And I have to say, I even though the City's money, and I will say this now, I'm being serious, and I'm not doing this to jinx you guys, okay? To jinx City. I respect City as a team, and I will say why. I don't care about UCLs in the sense, in that sense. Like, I don't. It's not like, you have more UCLs, you are better. I will say, City earn my respect because they are doing what they should do. That is, being smart with their business, bringing good players, having a talented coach, a talented squad, and I think they are destined to win at least one UCL in the next 3 years. For me, they could not win it. Maybe they can't. That happens, but yeah. And now, if I take into account what happened last year, man, I can't say Madrid aren't favorites. It's like, it goes against all logic, But if you think about it, actually, this year Real Madrid, on paper, on the players, is better than the previous. We have now Tchouameni, which is being an absolute beast. This guy is crazy, man. I don't know if you see the games. This guy's everywhere. This guy is fucking 2 players. Valverde is fucking 3 players, dude. He plays in 3 different positions at the same time, and I'm not even kidding. Like, it's
no, Paul. I'm just saying, like, I don't know whether we can see, but I think we can see, like, I think Vitzel is sweating a little right now. I think Vitzel he's getting a bit nervous and so forth. So I can see it's streaming down and so forth. So I won't, Paul. I think you want to be, because I don't want a cardiac arrest to happen to Vitzel.
I'm cooler than
Vitzel, you're sweating. Vitzel, I know you're sweating, but continue.
No, I will just be short, and just that. Yeah, I mean, what was it? What was it?
So see, here's my thing. Well, don't you need a guy?
Okay, Benzema.
Guy. Because Benzema, what Benzema did last year was, bro, the greatest individual run in a knockout ever. He ain't going to replicate that.
No, he ain't going to. And Courtois isn't going to do it, neither. But I'm telling you something. That is not about... That you see, actually, with all the props to Courtois and Benzema, if you dip it, it's not about Courtois and Benzema. It's about Real Madrid. Because every player that plays in Real Madrid starts having this weird Zidane witch. I don't know, man. Like, if you see Rodrygo, if you see, like, Carvajal, man, if you see Nacho, if you see... Man, our defense nowadays, in terms of players, to me, it's better than the last year. For example, we have Rudiger, man. Rudiger is showing a great level, man. And Militao is playing top 1-2 center backs. I'm not even kidding.
So here's the thing.
What happened today?
No. I'm going to answer what you said. The man, Real Madrid, it's not about if Benzema or Courtois step up. If we need it, Real Madrid will create one. Someone will appear. I don't know if it will be Rodrygo. I don't know if it will be Tchouameni, which I think he will be. I think the guy will be Tchouameni. I believe it 100%, man. This guy's God, literally. But it's not about the players. If Benzema goes next year to PSG, he's not going to have that level. When Cristiano left,
but here's my years. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you feel Real Madrid can defend their title?
Objectively 6. With my heart, 9.
God damn. Okay. Let me bring in Red and I'll come on to Yasser. So Red, realistically speaking, Real Madrid defending their title from what you see right now.
Easy clap, HH. Easy clap.
What?
Like, yeah. Look.
You see, that's just arrogance talking, man.
It's not arrogance, HH. It's not really arrogance. It's really
because you're forcing.
You look at the teams in Europe, right? Like the top teams.
The World War.
City is the only team that I consider like legitimately a threat because they exhibit that consistency.
So Chelsea are not a threat.
No, Chelsea are a tough team, but Chelsea are a tough team in a different way. Where, like, for example, like Chelsea are just a team that kind of like most defensive teams, I guess, they're tough to beat. Like, you're going against Chelsea, it's going to be war. Like, it's not going to be, you might not be like a high scoring game. It might be like 2-1 or, but it's tough with Chelsea. But like the thing is, for Madrid, our biggest asset, like our biggest strength is adaptability. Right, we always adapt to however the team plays. We don't really have an identity. Like, for example, like people were talking about Valverde earlier. Valverde literally is the third man in attack, the fourth man in midfield, and the fifth man in defense. He plays that whole right flank. He covers it, right? And then you have Carvajal as well, who's an absolute machine, who covers the entire right flank. And then who's there as well? You have Luka Modric, right, who pretty much has that free roam, but like he goes on that right flank. And whatever team we play against, we shift, we change, right? Same thing with Vinicius. You have players like Vinicius and Rodrygo, which in other teams, they might not press, right? But when you look at them at Real Madrid, they drop deep. Benzema's not a 9 and he's not a 10. He's a 9.5. He plays in that midfield. We adapt to whatever team we play against. And that's what makes us so dangerous, right? Like, that's why we can go up against, for example, a team like Chelsea and like, you know, just manage to come out with like by a hair, you know, and just beat them 4-3, right? And then we go up against a team like City, who you think would wash us, right? Because City's a level above Madrid and Chelsea, at least league-wise, or over the past 5 years.
And they have a cheat score from Norway.
Yeah, no, actually, to be honest with you, I'm going to talk about Haaland in a bit because I feel like you're overrating him a little bit too much. But when it comes to
Red,
that,
he has 15 goals in. Wait, how can you overrate 15 goals in nine?
Look, I'm a Madrid fan. I've been there. I've done that. I had Ronaldo who scored more than that by 1 goal in the first 8 games. So that's not impressive to me. A 30-year-old player did that for Madrid like 5 years ago. This is new to you. Maybe,
Okay, so
and we didn't win anything that
Cristiano
season.
scored. So
wasn't impressive. He said it wasn't impressive back then, so he's not rating it now.
Yeah, because like Ronaldo did it, and we ended up that season trophyless. He scored 48 goals in the league season. It doesn't matter how many goals you score in the league or whatever you do. It's all about like the clutch moments. Because like, look, Haaland can go in against like Prem teams that are like 15th, 10th, 8th, right, and do this. That's cool. That's impressive. That's world class level.
So if Real at full strength were to meet City at full strength, you'd expect to beat City.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 though. I think
Red,
it's 50-50.
that's why Ronaldo's underrated.
And I'm not
People
saying this out of
don't- yeah,
arrogance.
bro.
I respect City highly. I just feel like it's to say that City automatically win. That's unfair. That's unfair to Real Madrid because like our team has a perfect mix between experience and young, hungry talent. Like you
Real
have players
should be
like
the favorite.
Tchouameni, Vinicius, Rodrygo, Asensio. These are players that want to fight for their legacy. They're fighting. They're hungry. They like Asensio's trying to get into that Spanish team. Like every time he comes on, he gives it his all. Dani Ceballos has been impressive too. Like our bench is pretty much stacked. Like and then on top of that, you have the old guard like Modric, Cruz, Benzema, and all of them, by the way, are willing to pass on the torch. They're all selfless players. They don't really are trying to take up time or anything like
Real
that.
are the favorites. Real are the favorites. They are.
No, it's
No, Vinci, you're saying that because you want to do a reverse.
I'm saying it because I'm saying that because of what Paul and Red just broke down. They're better than what they were last year, right? By players, they're better than what they were last year. So by calculation, they should be better favorites.
Vito, your calculator is maybe not working well.
No, but at the same time,
Vito,
City
the
are better
spotlight is
too.
on you.
Yeah,
City are better too.
Yeah,
like City also like signing Haaland. Haaland is not a scrub or anything like that. Like I just feel like look, whenever a player scores that like that much volume, now I have the expectation that I want to see you do that against the big teams in Europe, right? Because it's one thing to do it in a league campaign when you walk in and you're already 10 points ahead of the other team and they already are mentally defeated before getting on the pitch, and it's another when you're in a knockout game, right? And there's only 90 minutes on the clock and you have to perform within that 90 minutes. And because and how are you going to react if you're 2-0 down or 1-0? That's when I'm going to start judging it.
But to the point is, I don't necessarily look at the one player coming through with goals because the team may choose to put all their focus on stopping him.
True.
My result is how do we adapt and still continue to win? To have an option B, option C. To your point,
that's the trade-off. That's the trade-off that you have with having Pep Guardiola. Because Pep Guardiola he's not an adaptable manager. He has his own style.
Whoa.
No. Pep Guardiola is not adaptable. He's not adaptable. No. And I'll give you an example, right? He does adapt.
And I'll give you an example of when he's
very
adaptable.
stubborn. He's very stubborn because when he got into England in his first season for Manchester City, everybody told him like you can't bring in Claudio Bravo. And he's like, nope, I play TikTok. He's the goalkeeper that I need. He's the one that's my fan. He brought in Claudio Bravo, and Claudio Bravo came into the Prem, and he got bullied. They got demolished. The reason they lost that league that season is solely on the fact that he did not bring. No, it is. No, that season, you guys were leaking goal. Claudio Bravo was literally getting bullied.
Yes, but it was also because he was asking the defense to do things that they weren't fully comfortable with as well. It's not
fair
one
enough.
player.
Fair enough. No, but it was now, that because when he in the season after that, and 1 second, the season after that, he brings in Ederson and doesn't change much. There wasn't any big purchases. There was, I think, Bernardo Silva was the only purchase you guys bought. And you guys won the league with like 100+ points. You mean to tell me that Bernardo Silva was that big difference maker? No, it was the fact that Pep finally was like, okay, maybe I do need to change up. And he got a bit more of a shot stopping goalkeeper than just someone who plays out from the back.
It wasn't just the keeper that changed, but the point that I'm trying to point out is that when you want to talk about stubborn, most of the managers are stubborn. They have a way of playing, but adaptability he definitely showed because it's also the system that he wants to implement with the players that he has. He put Fabian Delph at left back and made him an inverted left back. Like there's things that he just adapted based off of what he has. And my point is that adaptability is what we need to be able to do option B, option C. We weren't able to do that last year. To your point, you guys pointed out we have Haaland. When we didn't have Haaland, there wasn't an option to attack teams differently because we didn't have a person in that area that could affect it in a different way. If you guys are choosing to shut down Haaland now, then we can also, quote unquote, revert back to what we did with the personnel that we had. I just want to challenge one thing. When you're saying that we're better than we were last year, we're better at scoring. I agree. I still need to see a little more on right wing because Mahrez isn't pulling it right now, and we also lost Jesus and Sterling. So you guys may poo-poo on those players. Yes, Sterling. Sterling was key to us. You may want to poo-poo on. Yes, he was. You may want. He was our second leading scorer on the team.
And he missed an open goal against Leon. Both continue.
Yeah, that was many years ago. But you want to point out on how players have maybe vacated and come in. Holland's come in, but the vacancy that we have with Jesus and Sterling will affect us because those players were drawn on late in the season. Now, I think it's going to be an amazing battle if we do end up facing each other before the finals, which realistically could happen. Are you guys better? Yes. Are we better? Yes. You guys have the heritage. You guys are better than what you were last year. I would still say the favorites should be labeled as Real Madrid. You've won it 14 times. We haven't. That's where I'm coming from with the who should be favored.
Because we are also sort of running out of soon. Your thoughts on Mbappe, real brief. The recent Mbappe news.
I'm just going to.
Do you feel vindicated?
I mean, no, like because anybody that was objective during that whole debate, could have saw this coming. Anybody, because I'll just refer you guys to the video that we watched that we did after the Mbappe saga right before the Champions League. Everything I said there, I agree with still to this day. It was the biggest mistake of his life staying there. There's no way he's going to be able to outshine Messi and Neymar on the same team. Not even if he had better football, because he did that last season, and people still were rating Messi and Neymar above him at the start of the next season. And he maybe he feels finessed the fact that he thought he was going to be the leader of the next project, and in the end they were like, well, we're not going to give you that much power really, and now he feels kind of betrayed. But yeah, no, you reap what you sow. Now stay at PSG.
Would you take him back at Real Madrid?
No, we don't need.
Yeah, right.
No. I swear to God, let me tell you something. I said after that hangout, I said that he needs Real Madrid more than Real Madrid needs him, right?
I agree.
Because there's always a new world-class footballer.
If he said please, pretty please, and he sang, would you still wouldn't take him back?
It's not like right now. No, we don't need him. Like honestly, right now buying him is
what if
the
he
worst.
cried?
No,
before
but
he rejected you, rejected you guys, would you have?
Yes, of course. But
so
that's different.
Feelings,
but it's not feelings.
No.
Vini
exploded.
Guys.
There's a sense of pride and honor with Real Madrid.
Oh, pride is overrated, man. Watch Pulp Fiction, man.
It's not about pride and honor. It's that he burnt bridges that it's going to affect the team negatively. All of Spanish press hates
bridges
him
can be rebuilt.
No. Let me tell you something. If he went to Real Madrid, right, like the last season, the expectation was that he's one of the best players in the world and he's going to be adapted. Now, he has a ton of criticism and hate around him. And you could see it's very negative around the Mbappe era. And bringing that kind of energy into a team, I'm sorry, it's just not worth it. Especially when you have players like Vinicius right there that is the next best thing. Like, you don't need to jeopardize anything. The atmosphere at our club, if you look at Real Madrid, there's no like toxicity. There's no main superstar. There's nothing like that. The team,
yes, there is. Look at how Hazard is being treated. And so
what do you mean?
That is toxic.
Hazard,
look. He deserves to get treated.
That is toxic. Respect my man. I still see people are still fat shaming him. People are still fat shaming man. That is still toxicity. No toxicity.
One sec.
He's the size of Lizzo.
We started him today and he played. He played today for 70 minutes. We gave him an opportunity. Hazard's just not delivering. I'm sorry, he's just not that guy.
Sure.
No, I'm sorry, he's just not that guy.
Toxic.
But notice, even despite all of that, there's no fuss or anything like that, because the atmosphere at the club, that's most important. And like any top club you see, there's nothing like that. That's why you see City successful, you never hear any drama behind the scenes. Bayern successful, you never hear any, like, whenever there's drama behind the scenes, that's when you know that this club is not doing anything. Juve, they have a fight in their locker room every year. There's a fight.
If Mbappe cried and sang please, Red.
What have you paid?
You're taking him back.
Maybe in like
Red, you're taking him back.
So hold on.
Years, if Mbappe started to cry, so I said, please, Red.
No. Because right now, he's more of a liability than he is an asset. In 2-3 years, if he wins the Champions League with PSG, at that point, yes, I would take him as the world's best as a champion. Yes, but like right now, like, bro, I'm sorry. After what you did, you're not getting that what's it called? Prodigy status.
Have me had
is
the
what I
saying
said
forgive
about
and
that person.
forget.
No, it just has nothing to do with that. It's just not worth it. Like when we brought Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, we brought him in a Ballon d'Or winner. He was the best in the world, coming off of 2 Champions League finals, right? Like this guy was like a beast when we signed
Did he
him,
miss
right?
the penalty? No, wait. Oh, was that?
Yeah, but
sorry, continue.
he
No,
also
no, I
scored.
didn't see
He
it.
also scored the only goal in that final too. He also
Okay,
scored the
I
only goal in
know,
that
but
final.
he missed the
Right,
penalty as
right.
well.
But against one of the best defenses in Europe, he scored in the
I know,
final.
but
Right?
he missed the penalty in the shootout. But
Like,
yeah, what you saying?
but besides the point, like I do think that what's it called? When we bought him, he came in a champion, right? Like for Mbappe, before we were accepting him because it was the World Cup hype, of course, and like you were promising your talent and like the ethos because like you were like a Real Madrid fan, and you know we accepted him like one of our own. We were the biggest supporters. If you look at Mbappe, just make it quick. Make it quick. I'm just gonna summarize
very quickly because I have to go.
So we accepted all that stuff. So when he in the end rejected us and left us hanging that on the like screwed us over because we lost out on Haaland because of him, right? I'm sorry. Like now he has too many haters.
You never had Haaland. Stop it.
No. We the thing is we never approached Haaland because of Mbappe. Like that was the point.
I don't agree with that. I
Pardon?
think we didn't approach. I think we didn't approach Haaland because of Benzema.
No, but we
I
no. There was
Benzema-
reports, but there was reports like
Red, he's Spanish.
Pardon? No, I agree. He's right. He's right because Benzema's the starting spot, but because Benzema's solidified, right, and you have Vinicius that you're going to bring in, then you bring in Mbappe, then there's no way Haaland's going to fit. But if there is no Mbappe, we would have fit in Haaland.
Okay,
we were
hold on.
looking for a striker this season, but we couldn't even get one.
This is the biz. So shout out to your boy Paul kicking that. Okay, HH, save this dub. Arsenal are winning the Premier League. Man City are winning the UCL. Pep will make Arteta win the Premier League about him to his supposed best friend. It continues. Paul Kegley again continues. HH, come out loan to Arsenal. I'm not saying it will grow your hair back, but it won't hurt. Deep down, you're a North London boy. What connections do you have with West London? Really? Congrats to Oba. Talk about him, HH. Paul, these are two of the strangest, weirdest, oddest dubs I've ever seen. And Paul, I will personally sing happy birthday to you in a high-pitched falsetto if Bombers Arsenal come near and even sniff.
I'm gonna watch what you say.
That whole thing. No, come on. There is a 0% chance Arsenal winning the Premier League because Pep is such a loser. He went to a freaking sci-fi lab and built a goal-scoring freak to cannibalize the whole league. It is what it is. Vaso, does he look human to you? Does Haaland look like a human being? No. He looks
a beast.
He is the product of prenatal engineering. It's a product of prenatal engineering.
And he's got a cousin. He's got a cousin that's slapping goals like him too.
Vaso, I studied prenatal engineering in university. That man is the process of science. Shout out to your boy English Talents FC. Red, buy Mount, he'll give you a 15th UCL and be the face of football.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Would you buy Mount?
He's the next big thing in football. I agree with that.
Okay,
if he could be like an English Galactico or like David Beckham regen.
Okay, hold up.
It's true. That's true. You should keep him.
Wait, hold up. So guys, remember, so Martin Rosario is a Juve fan. Martin Rosario, keep in mind, he's a Juve fan. Okay. Let's go Yankees. Get the number 28. Sue! Shout out to that boy. Is it Aaron Judge or something who broke the thingy record? Man, shout out to your boy. John Jazzy, thank you for the dub. Man said, and you see, Red, this is why toxicity is around. Because Red, if there was no toxicity at Real Madrid, you wouldn't have clowns like Ricardo from Peru saying that he's as big as Lizzo. Hashtag with Claudia. Hashtag
the word of the day is accountability. At what point do we hold Hazard accountable?
At what point do we hold Real Madrid accountable?
Red, I'm not gonna lie to
you. One second.
Rudiger, don't call my name. I hold you accountable. I hold you accountable.
Rudiger came in and he's been amazing. He literally scored the winger today.
But here's the issue, though. This is how toxic Twitter is. There was a picture of Rudiger leaving the game with a box of pizza. Guess who was behind him?
It was
Eden
Hazard.
Yeah,
Hazard.
it was Hazard. It was Hazard. Dude.
Bro, it's like I feel bad for the guy, man. He
His
can't
fat
fight
ass,
allegations.
his fat ass left him one slice and he took the bar.
Okay, you know what?
Look,
Okay, guys, I think no. Okay, so guys, shout out to everyone here and so forth. Again, shout out. Oh, last thing before we go, I want to hear a
Hazard
score.
broke me today, HH.
Oh no. I want to hear a scoreline. Inter against Barca. I am going with 2-0 Barcelona. Eric, score.
Bold. Thanks for the jinx.
2-2.
Not good. Yasir.
1-1.
Inter Barca.
1-1.
Woo! Paul, score. Inter Barca.
1-0 Inter.
Oh Lord, Red. What are you saying?
I think it's going to be the perfect result for Barca. 2-0 Barca.
Eh? Ricardo.
I wish I had as much faith as Red, but I think it should be a 1-1.
Guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real.
Peace.
Peace.